Uncle Dynamite by P.G. Wodehouse, adapted for radio in 6 parts by Richard Osborne, and starring Richard Bryars as Uncle Fred and Hugh Grant as Pongo, with narration by Paul Eddington. Episode 1. Pity Poor Pongo.
Reginald Twistleton's pals call him Pongo. Like most of his fellow members at the Drones, Pongo lives on an allowance from an uncle. But where other young men's allowance-paying uncles know their place and vegetate out of sight in the country, Pongo's loony Uncle Fred, 5th Earl of Ickenham, comes hot-foot up to London whenever his dear wife Aunt Jane lets him off the leash. And poor Pongo has to pay the price.
Mr. Twistleton's residence?
Morning, Simpson. Can I speak to the young master?
Oh, good morning, Mr. Rainsby. Hold the line a minute, please. It's Mr. Rainsby, sir.
Thanks, Simpson. And if the front doorbell rings, it'll be my uncle, Lord Ickenham. We'll have drinks here before lunch.
Oh, very good, sir.
Hello, Dogface. I'm afraid I can't manage squash this afternoon.
Oh, dash it, why? A girl?
No, worse luck. No, I've got my Uncle Fred, my loony uncle, on my hands.
Tough luck. He with you for long?
Only one night, thank the Lord. My Aunt Jane says that if he's not back at Ickenham by lunchtime tomorrow, she'll hold me to blame, and I expect she'll scalp him with a blunt instrument.
Are you lunching him here?
At the Drones? No, I don't want anything to remind him of his misspent youth. He's 60 if a day. The trouble is that London acts on him like a ballet tonic. Freed from the spuds and tenantry of Ickenham, he starts behaving like a slightly inebriated undergraduate.
I don't know why you put up with the old buster.
Well, you know how it is, Dogface, my allowance, the good old quarterly cheque. But Uncle Fred makes me sweat for it when he enlarges himself on me in London and starts stepping high, wide and plentiful.
Yes, I seem to remember.
So do I. If you know what the word excesses means, those are what my blighted Uncle Fred invariably commits when he escapes from home. But not, by golly, this time. A light lunch here, a quick saunter in the park, perhaps. I'll get Simpson to put up some bread crusts in a paper bag to feed the ducks or something, then a bite of dinner, and I'll push him off to bed with an improving book.
Quite.
Oh, Lord, here he is. Pip, Pip.
Good luck, old man.
Aha! Simpson! Will you pay off my cab for me with an extra bob for the suitcase on top? I thought I might need glad rags for tonight.
Very good, my lord.
Charge the cab to Mr. Twistleton, of course. Where is he, my nephew and host?
He's in the drawing room, my lord.
And counting the moments to see me again, I'll be bound. Pongo! Hello!
Hello, Uncle Fred. I thought we'd be having lunch in about 20 minutes. Sherry, Uncle Fred?
Don't let me stop you, Pongo, but I've had a long, grueling train journey. I'll stick to gin.
Gin, right.
Ah, that was a substantial lunch. Thank you, Pongo. I shall tell your Aunt Jane not to worry about your not eating enough. In fact, I think you've been putting on weight since I was last in London.
Well, I like my food, but I play squash at the Drones 2 or 3 times a week.
You ought to get married. How do you think I keep my youthful shape?
Aunt Jane?
Exactly. No potatoes, no second helpings of steak and kidney, only one cut of the jam roll. Why don't you turn over a new leaf and get married?
Ha!
You're always falling in love with girls.
Yes, and they quite properly give me the heave-ho when I tell them the size of the allowance you give me.
Now then, Pongo, you know my main aim in life is to spread sweetness and light. Next time you come to Ickenham, remind us to produce Sally Baines to meet you.
Why, is she rich? Are you trying to find an heiress for me to get me off your hands?
No, she's a sculptress. No money, so she'd be the right girl to share the crusts on which you say you live.
And she lives near Ickenham?
No, in Chelsea, as a matter of fact.
A Chelsea sculptress? I can hardly wait. More coffee for you, Uncle.
Oh, thanks. I say, these cigars are awfully good.
Well, now, I thought you'd probably want to rest for a bit after your journey, Uncle Fred, and then we could perhaps go for a walk in the park.
No, Pongo, you got the afternoon scenario quite wrong.
Oh?
I need no siesta or afternoon stroll while I'm in London. In fact, I've mapped out a pleasant and instructive journey for us.
A what?
I propose that you place yourself in my hands and leave the programme entirely to me.
Now, Uncle Fred,
entirely to me.
You aren't going to get me into a rowing boat in Regent's Park again?
No, we won't go boating today, but it was a good outing.
They had to summon the fire brigade to rescue us.
Well, how could I know about the nesting swans there? Fascinating how the cob, or is it the hob?
Anyway, the enormous one.
Could lunge at us like that.
And I won't take you to the Albert Hall again.
No, nothing of the kind. Though I still think that a wiser magistrate would have been content with a mere reprimand. No. What I propose to do this afternoon is to visit the home of your ancestors, a place called Mitching Hill.
Down in the suburbs, do you mean?
The neighbourhood is now suburban, true, but when I was a boy... Mitching Hill was open country, a vast, rolling estate belonging to your great-uncle Marmaduke, a man with whiskers of a nature that you, with your pure mind, would scarcely credit.
Yes, I remember the portrait of him at Ickenham.
Things will have changed, Mitching Hill, but I think we should make the pious pilgrimage.
Now?
Well, yes, of course. Put on your hat and rompers, my boy, and let us be off. I fancy we get there by omnibuses and things.
A great weight seemed to roll off Pongo's mind. Even with an uncle within a short jump of the loony bin, you surely couldn't get into much trouble in a suburb. They finished their cigars, Pongo's cigars, on the top of a friendly omnibus, and as they stepped down at the last stop, Pongo looked round at respectable, semi-detached dwellings fanning out in all directions. He smiled. It was the last time Pongo smiled that day.
Come on, Pongo, step lively. Aha, this is the old place, all right. I'm beginning to recognize some landmarks. Aha, yes. It must have been about there that I plugged my uncle's gardener in the trousers with my bow and arrow.
Hello. Changeable weather, they warned us on the wireless.
And it was over there that I was sick after my first cigar.
Well, fancy that. Was it really, Uncle?
I say, it's getting cold. I don't think much of this for a taste of sunny summertime. And in this very spot, if I'm not mistaken, 50 years ago, come Lammas Eve, Oh, blast it! Come on, Pongo, we'll shelter in the porch of this house that for some reason calls itself the Cedars. Why didn't you insist we came with Macintoshes, umbrellas and Wellington boots?
Uncle Fred, I'm cold and wet. There's not much shelter in this porch either.
I say, look, we're being watched. That parrot in the cage in the window, he's got his eye on us. Not a very roguish eye either.
But careful, you're leaning against the bell. There, now you've done it.
Don't panic, Pongo. Just relax. Someone's coming.
Well,
Good afternoon.
good afternoon.
The Cedars?
Yeah?
Are the old folk at home?
There's nobody at home. I'm just going out. It's my afternoon.
Yes, well, never mind. I've come to do the parrot's claws. This is my assistant, Mr. Walkinshaw. If we have to clip, he stands by to apply a whiff of anaesthetic.
You're from the bird shop? Nobody told me you were coming.
Keep things from you, do they? Well, we'll come in and I'll inspect the bird more closely.
But I...
Thanks, awfully.
Oh, Lord.
By Jove, Mr. Walkinshaw, this bird's feet do need attention. Look at that left upper rubicle, as I thought.
Pretty Polly, have a nut.
Charming, charming. We mustn't detain you, Miss... We'll do the chiropody and go. We leave everything in order. Don't you stay.
Well, if you're sure...
Absolutely. Don't spoil your afternoon on our account. Pip, pip.
Uncle Fred.
So here we are, my boy, getting dry and warm in a charming house. That's better. What though the tempest, something raw... I forget the rest. Now, I light this gas fire and slip off my wet shoes. This will warm us up and my socks will soon be steaming. A little tact, a little address, and... sit down, boy, sit down. Don't look so worried. Make yourself at home, snug and cosy, not catching our deaths.
But dash it, Uncle Fred, we can't stop here.
Are you suggesting we go out into that storm again? You are not aware of the grave issues involved.
Who's a pretty boy?
This morning, as I was leaving home, I had a rather painful disagreement with your aunt. She said the weather was treacherous and wished me to take my woolly muffler. I replied that I was dashed if I took such a ridiculous garment in high summer. Eventually, by the exercise of my iron will, I had my way.
Now you regret it.
Consider, my boy, what will happen if I return to your Aunt Jane with a cold in the head. I should sink to the level of a fifth-rate power. Next time I came to London, it would be with a liver pad and respirator.
You and your iron will.
I shall remain here, roasting my toes at this really excellent fire. I feel all in a glow already.
But suppose the people who own this ghastly house come back.
I'm sure they won't be back for hours.
There.
Don't say there like that, my boy. It's the sort of thing your aunt says. I see no cause for alarm. This is some casual caller. A ratepayer would have used his latchkey. Take a cautious look out of the window and see.
It's a pink chap.
How pink?
Pretty pink.
Well, go and see what he wants.
You go and see what he wants.
We'll both go and see what he wants. A moment while I put my shoes on again.
Pretty Polly, have a nut.
Pardon me, is Mr. Roddis in?
No.
Don't be silly, Douglas. Of course I'm in. Yes, I'm Mr. Roddice, and this, such as he is my son, Douglas.
Name of Robinson.
What about it?
My name's Robinson.
Ah, well, now we've got that straight. Come right in and get drowned.
Have a nut. Have a nut.
Make yourself comfortable, Mr. Robinson. Won't you sit down?
Is Julia here, Mr. Roddice?
Is she, Douglas?
No.
No.
She wired me she was coming here today. Oh, well, I don't suppose you've ever met Julia. A bit of trouble in the family, she gave me to understand.
It is off on the way.
It's your niece, Julia Parker, that I mean.
Oh, that one, yes.
Or rather, your wife's niece, Julia Parker.
Any niece of my wife is a niece of mine. We share and share alike.
Julia and I want to get married.
Well, go ahead. Who's stopping you?
Her mother and father. And Uncle Charlie Parker and Uncle Henry Parker and the rest of them. They don't think I'm good enough.
The morality of the modern young man is notoriously lax.
Class enough, I mean. They're a haughty lot.
What makes them haughty? Are they earls?
No, they aren't earls.
Then why the devil are they haughty? Only earls have a right to be haughty. Earls are hot stuff. When you get an earl, you've got something.
Besides, we've had words, me and her father. One thing led to another, and in the end I called him a perishing old... coo. It's them. They're out there on the path now, all of them. Julia and her mother and father.
Only one thing to be done. Duck behind the settee, Mr. Robinson.
Well, if you say so.
I do. Now keep still down there.
Pretty Polly.
Come on, Douglas. We've go and let them in.
Really, Uncle Fred, you aren't going to let the bounders in, are you?
I certainly am. We Roddices keep open house. Now, back to the old scenario. You are the vet, my boy. Come to minister to my parrot. Now, when I return, I should like to find you by the cage, staring at the bird in a scientific manner. Tap your teeth with a pencil and try to smell of iodoform. Go along now. Back to the parrot.
Pongo acted as ordered. His uncle had got it up his nose again. It was going to be one of those afternoons. Pongo could only cling to the wreckage and hope for the best.
Come along in. Give me your coats. That's the idea. I'll hang them here. Splendid. And umbrellas.
Yes.
You were wise to come prepared.
Lord Ickenham was shepherding a stern middle-aged woman, a middle-aged man, and a girl. Pongo took only a sidelong glance at her, and immediately lost his head.
Crikey.
This girl was an absolute pippin, and we use the term in its most exact sense. About 19 she was, eyes large and lustrous, face like a dewy rosebud at daybreak on a June morning. So said Pongo, although he had never seen a rosebud or any other flower at daybreak. Silly ass, he'd fallen in love again.
Well, you don't know who I am, I'll be bound.
Wait a minute, don't tell me.
I'm Laura's sister, Connie. This is Claude, my husband, and this is my daughter, Julia. Is Laura in?
I regret to say no.
I thought you were younger.
Younger than what?
Younger than you are.
You can't be younger than you are, worse luck. Still, one does one's best.
Who's that near the parrot's cage?
He is the local vet, clustering round the bird.
I can't talk in front of him.
Quite all right. Poor fellow stone deaf. Well, let's all get settled. Now then.
Have a nut. Have a nut.
My only sister Laura never invited me to her wedding. That's why you don't know me. Laura and I have not spoken to each other for 5 years.
We've missed you sadly.
Necessity compels me to cross her threshold today. Let bygones be bygones. I disregard the past and I appeal to your sense of pity.
I say.
Now, I have a request to make. I want you and Laura to take Julia here into your home. She is studying the piano and sits for her examination at the end of next week, so she has to remain in London. The trouble is, she has fallen in love, or thinks she has.
I know I have, Mother.
At the sound of her voice, deaf as he was supposed to be, Pongo spun round. It was to Pongo an angel's voice. So this was the girl that the pink chap behind the settee was in love with. And worse luck, she was obviously in love with him. It seemed to Pongo incredible, and he didn't like it a bit.
Yesterday, Claude and I arrived in London from our Bexhill home to give Julia a pleasant surprise. We stayed naturally in the boarding house that we found for Julia 6 weeks ago. And what do you think we discovered?
Insects?
No, not insects, but a letter from a young man.
What? I can't believe it. Surely not.
I'd never heard of him, but he was arranging to marry Julia. The idea. Of course, I sent for him and found him quite quite impossible. He jellies eels.
Does what?
He is an assistant in a jellied eel shop.
But surely that speaks well for him. He seems to argue intelligence of a high order. It isn't everyone who can jelly an eel. If anybody said to me, jelly that eel, I'd be nonplussed. And so, if I'm not very much mistaken, with the Archbishop of Canterbury.
I've told you 100 times, Mother. Wilberforce is only jellying eels till he finds something better. He's very ambitious. It won't be long before he rises in the world.
And that's what the adored object did at that moment. Wilberforce rose from behind the settee like a leaping salmon.
Julia.
Wilby!
Wilby? Ugh.
Pongo had never seen anything more sickening in his life than the way she flung herself into the pink blighter's arms and clung there, like the ivy on the old garden wall. It wasn't that he had anything specific against the pink blighter, but this girl had made a deep impression on Pongo, and he resented her gluing herself to another in this manner.
Julia Parker, come away from that man. I am ashamed of you.
Who's a pretty boy, then?
Me too. I blush for you, Julia. Hugging and kissing a man who caught your father, a perishing old bottle-nosed goat help us.
I think that before making any quick decisions, we ought to go into that point. Are you disputing Wilberforce's description of you, Mr. Parker?
And who are you to be asking that?
Well, if Wilberforce called you that, we have to ask, was he right? And frankly, in my opinion...
Wilberforce will apologise.
Yes, I'll apologise. It was a remark I made in the heat of the moment.
Mr. Robinson, never mind what you called my husband. That's not the point.
Oh, I know. Uncle Charlie Parker and Uncle Henry Parker and Cousin Alf Robbins. Load of snobs. Them and their class distinctions think themselves everybody just because they got money. I'd like to know how they got it.
What do you mean by that, pray?
Never mind what I mean.
If you are insinuating that...
Well, you know, Connie, of course he's right. You can't get away from that.
You? What's it got to do with you?
Have you forgotten how Charlie Parker made his pile?
What on earth are you talking about?
I know it's painful and one doesn't mention it as a rule, but as we're on the subject, you must admit that lending money at 250% interest is not done in the best circles. The judge, if you remember, said so at the trial.
I never knew that.
Ah, you kept it from the child. Quite right, quite right.
It's a lie.
And when Henry Parker had all that fuss with the bank he worked at, when he sneaked 100 quid from the till.
What?
I admit it took nerve to put it all on a 500-to-1 shot for the Grand National, but not quite playing the game, Connie. Not the straight bat. Henry, I grant you, won 50,000 of the best and never looked back afterwards.
What on earth are you talking about?
And Cousin Alf Robin.
There's not a word of truth in all this. I think you must have gone mad.
The only point I want to make is that we are hardly a family that can afford to put on dog and sneer at honest suitors for our daughters' hands. Personally, I think we're very lucky for Julia to have a chance of marrying into evil jellying circles.
So do I.
So do I.
Well, goodness knows I have never liked my sister Laura, but I would not have wished her a husband like you.
Husband? What gives you the impression that Laura and I are married?
Have a nut. Have a nut.
Well, you'll have to let Wilberforce marry me now. He knows too much about us. Wilby, darling, you wouldn't mind marrying into a low family. Say you wouldn't.
No family could be too low for me, dearest. If it was yours.
After all, we needn't see them.
That's right.
It isn't one's relations that matter. It's ourselves.
That's right, too.
Oh, Wilby.
Julia.
The young couple clung together passionately. The old ivy on the garden wall act again. Pongo says he didn't like it any better than the first time, but his distaste wasn't in it with that of the woman Connie.
And what, may I ask, do you intend to marry on?
Wilberforce is going to be a very rich man someday.
That's right.
Someday.
If I had £100, I could buy a half share in one of the best milk rounds in South London.
If? Where are you going to get £100?
Yes, where are you going to get £100?
Why, bless myself and me, of course. Where else?
And before his nephew's bulging eyes, Lord Ickenham fished out from the recesses of his costume a crackling bundle of notes and handed it over. It was agony to Pongo to realise that the old bounder had all that stuff on him, and he, Pongo, hadn't touched him for a tithe of it.
The vet wishes to say something to me. Excuse me, his deafness sadly has affected his way of speaking, so we talk, when we have to, in sign language.
What is he saying to you?
It's not easy. A dog bit his finger this morning in his surgery, and that makes him stammer. But I gather he wishes to speak to me in private. Possibly my parrot has got something the matter with him that he is reluctant to mention, even in sign language, in front of a young unmarried girl. You know what parrots are. We will step outside.
So will we. Julia and I.
Yes, Wilby. I feel like a walk now the rain's stopped.
Will you excuse us then, Connie?
I shall remain and take a cup of tea. You will not grudge us a cup of tea, I hope.
Far from it. This is Liberty Hall. Make tea. You'll find the things in the kitchen.
I don't know how to thank you, Mr. Roddis.
You've saved our lives.
Not at all, my dear.
I think you're just wonderful.
You are. Perfectly marvellous.
I know. Don't give the matter another thought, my dear.
Lord Ickenham kissed Julia on both cheeks, the forehead, the right eyebrow, and the tip of the nose. Pongo looked on in a baffled and disconcerted manner. Why should his uncle and not him be kissing this girl?
I must say you're a remarkably pretty girl, Julia, and Wilberforce is a lucky man.
It was always like this. When pretty girls came their way, his uncle nipped in and had his arm round their waists before he, Pongo, had taken his hat off. Eventually, this degrading spectacle on the porch of the Cedars ceased, and Julia and her Wilby pushed off.
You were trying to say something to me, Pongo, my boy. You can speak freely now.
Yes. Where did you get all that money, Uncle Fred?
Now, where did I? I know your aunt gave it to me for some purpose, to pay some bill or other, I fancy.
Yeah, she'll give you the devil when I tell her that you slipped her entire role to a girl, an extraordinarily pretty girl. I should think she'll pluck down one of those ancestral battle axes you have on your walls and jolly well strike you on the mazzard.
Have no anxiety, my dear boy. I shall deny your story and tell her that I was compelled to give the money to you to buy back some compromising letters from a Spanish demi-mondaine.
But
your aunt will scarcely blame me for rescuing a fondly loved nephew from the clutches of an adventuress.
You are a confounded liar, Uncle Fred.
Besides, I shall be wanting you at Ickenham again till the ratting season starts, so all is well. There! The sun has come out and the bottoms of my trousers have dried. We can take our leave gracefully.
Hello. Who's this?
It must be Mr. Roddis.
Hello?
Am I addressing Mr. Roddis?
Yes, that's me.
I am Mr. J.G. Bulstrode from down the road. This young man is my sister's husband's brother in the lard and imported butter business.
Pleased to meet you.
We have not met, Mr. Roddis, but I think it only neighbourly to tell you I observed some suspicious-looking persons in your house.
Here? In my house? How on earth did they get in?
No doubt through a window at the back. Creep up and you may be able to see them if they're in your parlour.
Yes. Yes, you're right. In my parlour, cool as damn it, swigging my tea and buttered toast, and they've opened a pot of my raspberry jam.
I should fetch a policeman before you confront them.
Yes, I will. Yes, thank you, Mr. Bulstrode, thank you.
Only too glad. Well, we've got a bus to catch. Pleasant after the rain, isn't it? Come along, Pongo.
Uncle Fred, you really are the limit.
Well, lucky. Here is our omnibus.
Mind the step. One at a time, please.
Spring aboard, my boy, and on our way I will be sketching out rough plans for the evening. If the old Leicester Grill is still in existence, we might look in there.
What? Hold tight.
It must be full 35 years since I was last thrown out of the old Leicester Grill. I wonder who the bouncer there is now.
Yeah, we shall do no such thing, Uncle Fred. Straight back to Albany and bed. You've caused enough havoc for one day.
But Pongo was wrong. On their way back through the suburbs, his uncle saw a huge sign above a gate, "Greyhound Racing Today." He dragged Pongo downstairs when the bus stopped.
Come along, Pongo. The evening is yet young. I've never been to a dog race.
No,
nor have you, I expect. This is our chance to widen our experiences.
Absolutely.
Over there. Leave it all to me. Come along.
It was not one of London's classier stadiums. You could hear dogs barking behind the barriers, stropping their feet in the rosin, while Londoners, breathing beer and clutching their runners and betting lists, were surging through 2 wicket gates, marked grandstand and tote £2 and bookmaker's enclosure £1. It was here that trouble started.
I shall have to let you do the paying here, Pongo.
Why, it was your bally idea.
Come on, hurry up. There.
Don't be silly. You saw I gave my all to that pink chap and his girl.
Yeah, but that was your bally idea too. Anyway, I've come out without any folding money at all. We'll go into the bookmaker's enclosure. I may be able to find a couple of quid somewhere.
Yes, Squire, you're holding up the traffic.
8 o'clock race will be starting any minute.
Last bit. Sit back to the rail, gentlemen. They're in the trap.
Get a move on. I've got a place to bet.
I say, I must get something on Ickenham's fancy. I've just seen his name in the programme.
No more bets.
Yeah.
But give me the money, Pongo. £2 on Ickenham Fancy.
It's too late, mate. I can get you on anything in the next race, but I can't do your Ickenham Fancy in this.
We've missed it. They're off. Here, why did you hurry?
Stop pulling at my arm, damn you, sir!
Hold him, Harry, hold him.
Take your hands off me, sir! Ouch!
Go on.
I say, someone's standing on my hat. Oh, I must say, I'm rather enjoying this, Pongo. Help! Take that!
They never knew whether Ickenham Fancy finished first or last, because as the race ended, they were being marched out by the guardians of the law. Uncle and nephew, each with a metropolitan policeman attached to his collar. In Pongo's case, his collar was all that held the two sides of his coat together.
Now then, I shall have to ask your names and addresses.
Say nothing, Pongo. I'll do the talking. Say nothing. I can speak for both of us, Constable. We are neighbours. Usually on Wednesday evenings we meet for a game of chess. This evening, by a curious chance...
Never mind the earlier bits. I saw you trying to strangle the man with a beard. Now, names and addresses, please.
I am George Robinson of 11 Nasturtium Road, East Dulwich.
Nasturtium Road.
Got that. And this is Edwin Smith of number 14.
14.
And you, may I ask?
Me, what?
Surely I may ask your name.
Constable Potter's my name. Harold Potter. That satisfy you?
And your number, I see, is 391. Good.
What do you mean, good? Here's the van. Into the back, both of you. Come on.
Thanks awfully.
Right, George. I'll be in the back with them. To the station. We'll get them registered at the desk.
There you are, Harold.
Right, now, George Robinson and Edwin Smith, both of Nasturtium Road, East Dulwich. Charge disturbing the peace at dog races.
Wait a bit, Constable. That's not the way to spell nasturtium. Nasturtium.
Uncle Dynamite starred Richard Briers as Uncle Fred and Hugh Grant as Pongo, with Chris Emmett as Policeman Potter, Jacqueline Tong as Connie, John Evitts as Claude, Felicity Montague as Julia, and David Howarth as Wilberforce. The narrator was Paul Eddington. Uncle Dynamite was written by P.G. Wodehouse and adapted for radio by Richard Osborne. The producer was Gareth Edwards.
This series of Uncle Dynamite first went out in July 1994.
Uncle Dynamite by P.G. Wodehouse, adapted for radio in 6 parts by Richard Osborne and starring Richard Briers as Uncle Fred and Hugh Grant as Pongo, with narration by Paul Eddington. Episode 2. Disturbances in a country village.
A year has passed since Pongo Twistleton and his deplorable Uncle Fred, 5th Earl of Ickenham, were arrested at the dog races by P.C. Harold Potter, and gave their names as George Robinson and Edwin Smith, neighbours of Nasturtium Road, East Dulwich. Now, the 5th Earl, having seen his dear wife off from Southampton to visit her mother in Florida, is sitting in a first-class carriage of the branch line train from Southampton for Ashenden Oakshott, Bishop's Ickenham and Points West.
Ouch!
Oh, I say, I'm sorry, sir. Is that your fault?
Quite all right. No damage done. I say, you've got a lot of luck.
Yes, I've been abroad. Just landed. I'll leave this stuff on the seat if you don't mind. I'm only going one stop.
Of course.
I say, excuse me, sir. Aren't you Lord Ickenham?
I am.
Fine!
I'm pretty pleased with it myself. But why do you rejoice?
You don't remember me. Bill Oakshott. Years ago I was a friend of your nephew, Pongo, and I came over to your place to play tennis sometimes.
Of course I remember you. Yes, Bill Oakshott.
You once tipped me 5 bob.
That's how the money goes.
And your wife, she once tipped me half a crown.
You generally find that women loosen up less lavishly than men. It's something to do with the bone structure of the head, I believe.
Yes. And how's Pongo?
Very good form. He came into a deuce of a lot of money from a deceased godfather in America and can now face his tailor without a tremor. He's also engaged to be married.
Oh, good.
Yes, yes. Yes, you see, he seems fairly radiant about it. I must confess that I am less enthusiastic. I was hoping Pongo would marry a different girl, a particular protégée of mine. Among the advantages she possesses is sense enough for two, which is just the amount Pongo's wife will need.
But it was not to be.
No, they did get engaged, but then Pongo told me it was all off, and that she'd handed him his hat, his letters, and the engagement ring in that order.
Oh dear, what had happened?
I haven't found out yet, but Pongo, being Pongo, soon got engaged to another girl.
And you approve of her?
I haven't met her. She sounds all right. He was always a pushover with the gentler sex. He was a Don Juan of the dancing class when he wore little Lord Fauntleroy suits.
Oh, he'll chuck all that sort of thing now.
Let's hope so, but you remember what the fellow said? Can the leopard change his spots, or the Ethiopian his hue? Or was it his skin? And talking of Ethiopians, has someone been cooking you over a small fire, or did you sit in the sun without a parasol?
I've been in Brazil. I'm on my way home from the boat.
Ah, you live in this neighbourhood?
Ashenden Manor.
Ah, not far from my place, Ickenham, I remember. Married?
No, I live with my uncle. Or at least, he lives with me.
Well, what's the distinction?
Well, the manor really belongs to me. I was only 16 when my father died, and my uncle came bustling over from Cheltenham with wife and daughter and took charge.
Ah.
You'd think from the way he behaves that he owned the bally place. For instance, he's converted the drawing room into a museum for his damned collection of African curios.
Does he collect African curios? God help him.
And who has the star bedroom? Me? No, Uncle Aylmer. Who collars the morning paper? Me? No, Uncle Aylmer. Who gets the brown egg at breakfast?
Don't tell me, let me guess. Uncle Aylmer?
Yes, blast him.
Ah. I suspect, Bill Oakshott, that you don't like having your Uncle Aylmer living at the manor.
Right.
Then why don't you bung him out?
Well, I can't do that. There are complications.
Well, tell me more.
Bill sat gazing out of his window and saw only a vision of the lovely face of his cousin Hermione, and knew that he would soon be seeing her again, after 3 months in Brazil. And he wondered whether he would now have the courage to tell her that he loved her, had done so for 9 years, and wanted to marry her.
This stop, Bill Oakshott, is where you get off. Ashenden Oakshott.
Yes.
Well, you better be girding up your loins.
Oh, my God. Look at that.
What Bill had seen as they got to the normally sleepy station was what might be called a sea of humanity, with at the forefront 2 men carrying poles with a placard lettered, "Welcome home, Mr. William." The eye was then drawn to a brass band, some Boy Scouts, a policeman, a clergyman, an assortment of villagers, and what looked like an infant's Bible class carrying flowers. An impressive personage with a large white moustache seemed to be directing the proceedings.
Bible class, stop blubbing.
Lord Ickenham saw what was happening. Bill Oakshott had blenched beneath his tan and looked like a stag at bay.
Nip under the seat, Bill Oakshott.
William! Where the hell is William?
You can come out now, Bill. As neat a vanishing trick as I've ever witnessed, like a performing seal going after a slice of fish.
I must get a wash. Thank you for your advice, sir. It saved my life. By now I should have been made to make a speech. Besides probably kissing all those ghastly kids with the flowers. Did you see them?
I did indeed, and I have deduced that since you came to play tennis at my place and took our money in tips, you must have become pretty illustrious. I am myself a hell of a fellow, a first-class earl with documents to prove it. But have infants ever offered me bouquets? Never. What's all this about, then?
I suppose my uncle must have got the thing up.
That impressive citizen with a white moustache that looks as though it had been grown under glass?
Yes.
But what have you done to make him bring out a brass band and Boy Scouts?
Well, I went on this expedition up the Amazon.
Really? I thought you'd simply been connected with the Brazil nuts industry or something. Why did you commit this rash act, then? Wanted to get some girl out of your system, I suppose?
Yes, something of the sort. I wanted to get away. Happened to see an advertisement in the Times about an expedition starting off for the lower Amazon, run by a chap called Major Plank. Decided to sign on.
Sorry to stop the flow, but we shall be at my station, Bishop's Ickenham, in a few minutes. What do you propose to do? Wait for the next train back?
Well...
Or shall I take you to my place, give you a wash and brush up on a strong drink, and send you home in the car?
I say, wouldn't that be a nuisance?
Not at all, that's settled then. What are you going to tell your uncle to account for your non-appearance at his revels? By what I saw of him, he will demand a good, coherent story.
Yes.
What is he, your uncle? An all-in wrestler? He looked a dangerous specimen.
He used to be governor of one of our crown colonies.
Ah, tough nuts, these ex-governors. You didn't tell me his name.
Bostock. Sir Aylmer Bostock.
What? Well, I'll be damned. I knew him at school 45 years ago. Muggsy, we used to call him, younger than me. One of those chunky, beetle-browed kids who scowled at their seniors and bullied their juniors. I once gave him 6 of the best with a 5 spat for bullying a smaller boy.
That sounds like him.
I see it all now. Your welcoming party at the station. Muggsy is to stand for Parliament shortly, my paper informs me, and no doubt he thought putting on this show would impress the voters. Uncle to a man who has extended the bounds of civilization. That sort of thing. So that was young Muggsy, was it? It must be 45 years.
I'm wondering why you haven't run across him, living so close, I mean.
Ah, well, Bill, I must tell you, it's my settled policy to steer pretty clear of my neighbours. Besides, Muggsy's is not an elfin personality. I doubt if Pongo knows what he's up against, taking on such a father-in-law. Well, it's Muggsy's daughter that Pongo has gone and got engaged to.
Hermione?
Oh, well, here we are at Bishop's Ickenham, and there's Sims with the car. We'll go home, tidy you up, and calm you down with a drink. We might find Pongo himself at the old shack. He said he wanted to come and spend the night. He's due at Ashenden Manor tomorrow to show the old folk what they've got coming to them for a son-in-law. We'll have to carry your bags to the car, I'm afraid. Sims, my chauffeur, thinks it infra-dig to be seen on a platform. Luggage is for porters. We have a single porter, and he sees it as his job to polish the milk churns at the far end of the platform.
Lord Ickenham, chatting away, had not taken note of Bill Oakeshot's strangled exclamation on learning that his beloved cousin Hermione was now engaged to another, viz. Pongo. He had taken note that Bill had gone for his gin like a stag at eve.
Well, good night, Bill.
Oh, that was a man-sized gin you gave me. I feel much better. But I may try to sneak in at the back door of the manor so as not to disturb Hermione and her parents tonight.
Well, I think Pongo said his Hermione was going to be in London this week. You all right, Bill?
Fine. Well, thank you, sir, for all you've done for me. Goodbye.
Pip, pip, Bill Oakeshott.
And Pongo had arrived at Ickenham in his sports car to stay the night on his way to Ashenden Oakeshott. Coggs the butler had shown Pongo up to his room and was now serving uncle and nephew a good dinner.
Well, Pongo, I'm awfully glad you blew in. I was wanting to chat with you about your plans and whatnot. How long are you proposing to inflict yourself on these Bostocks of yours?
Well, I thought about a week, then back to London.
Really? Good. Excellent. Your Aunt Jane left for Florida this very day. I will join you in London, and we will have one or two of our pleasant, instructive afternoons.
Oh, no, not another visit to the dog races.
No, not dog races again, though I think we are both better men for the experience.
Uncle Fred, just because Aunt Jane has left you for a few weeks, do you have to come up to London? Can't you stay at Ickenham and get ahead with the harvest or something?
Your aunt, and she's the dearest woman in the world, is a little restrictive. Her views on what I do, or would do, or should do in London prevent me from, fulfilling myself. Living in a rural morgue like Bishop's Ickenham all the time, one gets rusty and out of touch with modern thought.
Listen, Uncle Fred, all that stuff about instructive and pleasant afternoons is out. If you come to see me in London, you get lunch at my flat and afterwards a good book and the wireless, nothing more.
Oh, well, if that's the way you feel.
It is. Make a note of it on your cuff. I intend to stick to my resolve with an iron will. My standing with Hermione is none too secure as it is. She looks askance at my belonging to the drones, and the faintest breath of scandal would dish me properly. And, worse luck, she knows all about you.
My life is an open book.
Well, yeah, that's right, and she's heard what a loony you are, and she seems to think it may be hereditary. She keeps saying, I hope you're not like your uncle, with a sort of brooding look in her eye.
So that's the sort of girl she is she? Noble-minded, high-principled, a credit to British womanhood?
Rather, yeah, she's terrific. I'll show you a photograph of her, actually. I've got one here in my pocket.
Oh, thanks. Oh, yes. A striking face.
Yeah.
Looks intelligent.
And how, yes, she writes novels.
Good God.
Oh, don't you like her?
Well, I can see she's a remarkable girl, but I wouldn't say she was a wife for you.
Oh, I ever not.
In my opinion, you'll be giving away too much weight. That determined chin, those flashing eyes.
What's the matter with flashing eyes?
Dashed unpleasant things to have about the home, Pongo. To cope with flashing eyes, you have to be a man of steel and ginger. Are you a man of steel and ginger? No. You're like me, a gentle coffee caddy.
How much?
A coffee caddy is a man, there is no higher type, whose instinct is to carry the wife's breakfast tray up to her and to bill and coo as she wades into it. And what a coffee caddy needs is not a female novelist with a firm chin and flashing eyes, but a jolly little soul who, when he bills, will bill back like Billy-ho, and will be right there with bells on when he starts to coo. The ideal wife for you, of course, would have been Sally Baines.
That's enough of that, Uncle Fred.
I'd always hoped that you and Sally would form a merger. And then came the happy day when you told me the thing was on. And then, damn it, came another day when you told me it was off. Why? All your fault, I suppose.
It wasn't anything of the bally kind.
Sally was down here with her brother Otis a few weeks ago. Incidentally, she left in my charge one of the busts she had been sculpting. That's it. There, over there, you see, on its stand in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't get anything out of her about why you and she had broken up.
She called me a lily-livered poltroon.
Well, she probably meant it as a compliment. A lily-liver must be very pretty.
High words ensued, and later that evening the ring, the letters, and all the fixings were returned to me by district messenger.
A mere lover's tiff.
And then there was more trouble when I wanted Sally to give up being a sculptress. I hated her mixing with all that seedy crowd in Chelsea, bounders with beards. I've been in her studio sometimes and the blighters were crawling out of the woodwork, bearded to the eyebrows.
You appear to have thrown your weight about like a sheik of Araby.
Well, she threw her weight about with me. What are you trying to boss me? You know, there's a limit, and that customs business was just the last straw.
What business was that?
Well, she wanted me to take some jewellery with me when I went to New York and smuggle it through customs.
What an enterprising little soul she is. But since when has Sally possessed jewellery?
Well, it wasn't hers. It was for one of her rich American pals. I know this girl Alice something had been buying up half Bond Street and didn't like the idea of paying duty on it when she got back to New York. Sally wanted me to run it through for her.
A kindly thought.
A fat-headed thought. A nice chump I would have looked being disemboweled by port officials.
Well, I'm sorry. A wealthy husband as you be now would have come in very handy for Sally. I'm afraid the girl is on the rocks these days.
Oh, I say.
I know. I don't believe she gets enough to eat.
Oh, Lord.
She seemed thin to me. I didn't like the way she tucked into the steak and kidney pie here, as if she hadn't had a square meal for weeks. Poor little Sally. She's such a great girl.
Yes.
You still feel like that, do you?
But, I'm still frightfully fond of Sally. In fact, I tried to do her a bit of good just before I went to America. Hermione told me her father wanted a bust of himself to present to the village club, and I got him to give Sally the job.
Well, an impulsive girl would be touched by a thing like that. The whitest man I know, one can hear her saying. You know, Pongo, if you would play your cards right, you could still marry her.
Aren't you overlooking the trifling fact that I am engaged to Hermione?
Slide out of it. It's what your best friends would advise, Pongo. You are a moody, introspective young man. I shall never forget that evening at the dog races. Sombre is the word to describe your attitude as the cop's fingers closed on your coat collar. You reminded me of Hamlet.
Well,
What you need is a jolly, lively wife, the sort who sets booby traps for the bishop when he comes to spend the night. I don't suppose this Hermione Bostock of yours ever made so much as an apple pie bed in her life. I give her a miss.
For your information, Uncle Fred, wild horses wouldn't make me break my engagement.
Most unlikely they'd ever try.
I worship Hermione. There's nothing I wouldn't do for her. To give you a rough idea, I told her I was a teetotaler.
Good God.
And why? Simply because she one day expressed a hope that I wasn't like so many of these modern suction pumps always lowering a couple of cocktails for the tonsils.
Good Lord.
I tell you, Uncle Fred, until now I have never known what love was.
Well, you've had plenty of chances of finding out. I have watched you with the tenderest solicitude through about 57 romances, starting with that freckled child with a missing front tooth who blacked your eye when you tried to kiss her in the cloakroom. And now you end with this...
This what?
This gruesome combination of George Eliot, Boadicea and Lady Macbeth. This flashing-eyed governess, this 20-minute egg with whom no prudent man would allow himself to walk down a dark alley.
Shall we join the ladies?
There aren't any.
Well, let's stop talking this ballyrot and go and have a game of billiards.
Next day, Reginald Twistleton, Pongo to his pals, set out in his Buffy Pawson sports car for Ashenden Manor to present himself by appointment to the parents of the girl whom he hoped to marry. He pictured himself being cordially greeted at Ashenden by a bluff Sir Aylmer and a sweet-faced, motherly Lady Bostock. He looked forward with bright confidence to grappling them to his soul with hoops of steel.
Dan, servants all out?
To Pongo's right, there was an open French window. Pongo walked round and cautiously entered. It was the room where Sir Aylmer housed his one great joy, his collection of African curios, spears, pots, masks, and primitive clay whatnots. Pongo picked up a piece, a sort of something, executed in red mud by an artist apparently under the influence of trade gin.
Reginald!
When a voice, thundering from the hall, made him drop it.
Reginald Twistleton?
Yeah, that's right, Twistleton. Reginald, you are Hermione's father?
Hiya. Glad to see you, Reginald. My wife will be down in a minute. Hermione's still in London. What are you doing in here? Didn't you ring at the front door?
I did, sir, I did, but nobody answered, so I walked round to the open door here.
Oh.
I was just having a look at these, objects.
Took me 10 years to gather this collection together. Every one of them priceless.
Is that so?
British Museum would give its eye teeth to get its hands on it. This one, for instance...
Then Sir Aylmer saw the remains of his priceless curio on the floor at Pongo's feet.
God, blimey! How the... What the... Did you do this, Reginald?
Yes. I'm sorry.
It was the jewel of my collection. Wouldn't have sold it for £1,000.
Aylmer?
Well?
Aylmer, the vicar?
Well?
The vicar says that Mr. Brotherhood has developed measles, and he wants us to go to the vicarage to talk about
This
it.
is Reginald, Emily. Hermione told you about him. Who the devil is Mr. Brotherhood?
Oh, you know, the curate. The nice young man with the pimples. I was relying on him to judge the babies.
Babies? What babies?
The Bonnie Babies competition, dear. At the fete. Oh, it's terrible. Dreadful. I can't think who I can get to take his place. How nice to meet you at last, Reginald.
Yeah.
Have you ever judged Bonnie Babies?
Me? Certainly not.
No, Emily. We don't want Reginald. I'll tell you who gets the job. William.
William? Oh, surely the last person. He would hate it.
That's why. No argument, Emily. It's William. Serve him right for not arriving at the station yesterday and going on the toot with old Ickenham. All the trouble I'd gone to for a welcome. William may have lost me the seat when it comes to the election.
Yes, dear. I'll tell him, dear. Now, the vicar...
Yes, the vicar wants to talk to us. I'll drive you down to the vicarage now. Come on. Come on!
Coming, dear.
Pip, then.
Pongo, disconcerted by the sudden departure of his host and hostess, waved them goodbye.
Phew. Well, better get back and try and tidy up the remains of that whatnot that I've got.
Ho!
Only a policeman says ho like that. And a policeman it was. Harold Potter, who now represented the awful majesty of the law at Ashend and Oakshott. He had bicycled up to the manor, hoping to be given a cup of tea in the kitchen by Elsie Bean, the parlour-maid, whom he proposed one day to make his bride. But seeing a furtive form, viz. Pongo, slinking in through the French window, Potter the Romeo became in a flash Potter, sleepless guardian of the peace. This looked to Harold Potter like a fair cop.
Ho! Gotcha.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Elsie, I was hoping to see you. Who's this, do you know?
Where did you spring from, Harold? And why did I hear you shouting, ho?
A chap I've apprehended on enclosed premises.
I say, what's all this about enclosed premises? Why shouldn't I be here? I'm a guest. And you, my dear old parlour-maid, what's your name?
Miss Bean, my fiancée.
Oh, really? Well, heartiest congratulations to you both. Pip, Miss Bean.
Toodaloo.
I hope you'll be very, very happy.
Yes, that's as may be, but who are you? I've seen you before, haven't I?
Have we met? I've only just arrived. My car's round the corner. I am the celebrated Twistleton, engaged to Miss Bostock. No doubt the place has been ringing with my name.
Miss Hermione is engaged to a gentleman named Twistleton.
There, told you so. Of course I'm him. Look, on the inside pocket of my coat, a label by one of the best tailors in London, and the name R.S. Twistleton.
Oh, it could be someone else's coat that you bought second-hand.
Then telephone Sir Aylmer at the vicarage now and ask him if he doesn't know me.
Well, I suppose it's all right. I beg your pardon, sir.
Quite all right, officer.
Then I'll be saying good afternoon. Still, I feel we have met before somewhere, sir. Elsie, how about a pot of tea in the kitchen,
You can go to the kitchen if you like. Not me. Your sister's there calling on cook.
Oh, Well, I think I'll mooch along and have a cup.
Mooch away then, you and your sister.
I say, don't you like his sister?
No, I don't.
And why is that, may I ask? What's the matter with her?
I'll tell you what's the matter with her. She goes on at him about how he mustn't leave the force. It's, don't you do it, Harold, or don't let Elsie talk you into acting against your true interests. I haven't any patience.
Am I right in thinking you don't want him to go on being a policeman? You want him to turn in his boots and truncheon?
That's right.
And his sister doesn't? Yes, I see. But why do you want him to resign his job?
Well, wouldn't you? If you was a girl, would you like to be married to a policeman, feeling your old man was being hated by all? If I went home to Bottleton East and told my family I was going to get spliced to a copper, they'd have a fit. A nice thing for my brother Bert to hear when he comes out in September.
Yes, I see what you mean.
Harold won a football pool last winter. I want him to buy a pub, but he's scared of that sister of his. Hello? What's all this mess on the floor?
Well, that's what's left of a sort of African something that I dropped.
Cool. Does the boss man know about it?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, did he chew your head off? He's an overbearing dishpot.
Lady Bostock seemed to me less of a man-eater.
Oh, yes, she's all right, but he bullies her. The best of them all is Mr. William. He's their nephew.
Oh, yes, I was forgetting Bill Oakshott. I knew him as a boy. Got a pink face, hasn't he?
More of a tomato ketchup colour, I'd say. He's just back from Brazil. Oh, it sounds terribly exciting. They shoot birds with poison darts there, Mr. William says.
Birds? To eat? Oh, no, you've got that wrong, young bean. How can you eat a bird that you've just killed with poison? No, I read somewhere that they do it with slings, actually.
Slings?
Yeah, what? They put a stone, say, well, like this paperweight, into a sling, rather like this handkerchief, you see? There it is. Then they sort of whirl it round their head like... Oh, my goodness, where did that one go?
Coo! You aren't half breaking up the house. You'll catch it when his nibs gets back.
Oh, dear. Well, what was it when it was in one piece?
A sort of sawn-off statue, like. A bust, Cook calls it, of his nibs. Oh, he thought the world of it.
Oh, golly. This is a nice bit of box fruit. Advise me, young bean. What do I do for the best, do you think?
Well, look, it's kind of dark in that corner, so maybe he won't miss the old bus for a bit. He's short-sighted, but he thinks specs make him look silly. So I'd advise you to jump into that car of yours and drive lickety-split to London and buy another bus there. You come back and stick it up, and 10 to 1, he won't notice nothing.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Pongo saw that Elsie had given him splendid advice, but he wouldn't need to go to London. Only last night his Uncle Fred had shown him a similar sort of bust at Ickenham, the one Sally Baines had left there. Good. The Buffy Pawson could do the 12 miles in next to no time, and he'd be back, and the understudy back on the pedestal, before his nibs got back from the vicarage.
Young bean, good thinking. And meanwhile, you'll be doing a bit of earnest brush and pan work and remove all traces of this accident?
Righto.
Fine. Great. Capital. I'll race round for the car.
Elsie, her brush and pan work accomplished, was standing on the steps as the Buffy Pawson came up. Pongo stopped to thank her for all her help. He reached for her hand.
I say, you've saved my life, young bean. But for you, I would have been in the soup and going down for the 3rd time. Come here, I'm going to kiss you.
However, in this case, Bill Oakshott had just come round the corner, at the end of one of those long walks in which he tried to assuage his thwarted love for his cousin Hermione. And here was this smooth young man, Hermione's fiancé, kissing the parlour-maid. He was horror-struck.
Elsie, wasn't that Mr. Twistleton?
Yes, sir.
Where's he off to?
London.
But he's only just arrived. Did he say why he was going to London?
No. He just said, "Cool, I think I'll go to London," and popped off.
Well, I say.
Uncle Dynamite starred Richard Briers as Uncle Fred and Hugh Grant as Pongo, with Simon Treves as Bill Oakshott, Charles Gray as Sir Elmer Bostock, Josephine Tewson as Lady Bostock. Policeman Potter was played by Chris Emmett and Elsie Bean by Teresa Gallagher. The narrator was Paul Eddington. Uncle Dynamite was written by P.G. Wodehouse and adapted for radio by Richard Osborne. The producer was Gareth Edwards. Uncle Dynamite by P.G. Wodehouse, adapted for radio in 6 parts by Richard Osborne and starring Richard Bryars as Uncle Fred, with narration by Paul Eddington. Episode 3, The Perplexing of Pongo.
Pongo Twistleton's Uncle Fred, a.k.a. the 5th Earl of Ickenham, wishes Pongo would marry his protégée, Sally Baines, pretty, a sculptress, not very successful yet, living in Chelsea. Pongo and Sally had been engaged, but they quarrelled, and now Pongo has got himself engaged to another. Meanwhile, the 5th Earl has gone to London to take Sally out to dinner.
Hi there, Sally.
Uncle Fred, the man I love. Oh dear, I'm a bit out of breath. I had to see a man about a bust.
Business first, quite right. Take your order for busts. But now, pleasure. We're going to Barrybolt's.
Oh, Barrybolt's. But we're not dressed.
Grill room, evening dress not obligatory.
But am I smart enough?
My dear, you look like Helen of Troy after a good facial. The taxi waits, in you get.
Thank you.
It's better. Barrybolt's, please.
Barrybolt's.
We Earls step high. The best is none too good for us.
It must be great being an Earl.
It's terrific. I often lie awake at night aching with pity for all the poor devils who aren't.
Though I suppose you know you're an anachronistic parasite on the body of the state. Or so my brother Otis says. He's just become a communist.
Good Lord, has he? Well, you can tell him from me that if he starts any nonsense about trying to hang me from a lamppost, I shall speak very sharply to him. Doesn't he like Earls?
Not much. He thinks they're bloodsuckers.
What an ass that boy is. Where's the harm in sucking blood? We need it to keep our cheeks rosy. And it isn't as though I didn't have to work for my ration of gall. People see me now as a dickens of a fellow with 5 Christian names and a coronet hanging on a peg. But they forget that I started at the bottom of the ladder.
You at the bottom of the ladder? I'm glad I didn't know you then.
Quite. For years I was a younger son, a mere honourable.
Why have you never told me this?
I hadn't the heart to. A worm of an on. In Debrett, yes, but only in small print.
You're making me cry.
I can't help that. It's badly sad. Do you know how they treat ons, Sally? They have to go into dinner behind the Vice-Chancellor of the County Palatinate of Lancaster.
Well, it's all over now, darling.
Yes. In the end, by sheer pluck and perseverance, I raised myself from the depths and became what I am today. I'd like to see any Vice-Chancellor of the County Palatinate of Lancaster try to squash in ahead of me now.
Here we are.
Now, Sally, have a look at the menu. Order something rich and rare. Don't spare me. And tell me about yourself. Sculpting a lot of busts?
Quite a lot. I get by.
Now tell me, why did you send me that SOS?
Oh. Caviar, souffle, then trout.
Splendid. I'll have the same.
The SOS was about Otis.
My God. Otis again? Why did the nicest girls have the ghastliest brothers? Well, what is it?
I want you to ask Pongo to do something for me.
Pongo?
Yes. I can't very well approach him after our quarrel.
A shame about you and Pongo splitting up, Sally.
Yes.
Yes.
How's he looking? Did you speak to him about me?
Yes, when I cursed him for being an ass and letting you go, he told me the inside story.
About my wanting him to smuggle Alice Vansittart's jewellery into America.
Yes.
And it was all so unnecessary. I've thought of a much better way of getting the job done, slipping the stuff through customs. I won't even tell you about it, but it's a peach of an idea. Can't miss. Alice is crazy about it.
You realise, of course, it is very wrong to deceive the United States Customs Authorities.
Yes, it makes me miserable, poor darlings.
Well, good luck to you. Food, splendid. Of course, you know it was silly of Pongo to take you so seriously when you broke the engagement. My dear wife broke ours 6 times, and each time I came out smiling.
And now Pongo's gone and got himself engaged to someone else.
Yes, Hermione, Sir Aylmer Bostock's only daughter. But there will be a bitter awakening. She'll give him the devil. You can see that from her picture.
Oh, poor angel. I hate the thought of Pongo being unhappy.
There. Oh, thanks awfully. Now, what did you want me to ask Pongo to do? For you, I'm sure he'll do it. He's still damn fond of you, Sally, you know. He told me.
Did he?
Yes. And it was Pongo who put Sir Aylmer Bostock onto you for that bust you mentioned.
Was it Pongo who got me that job? I love him for that. And not telling me. That was through that bust that poor Otis's trouble started.
Go on.
Well, Sir Aylmer seemed not to like the way I was tackling the bust for him.
Philistine.
He compared it unfavourably with the one he had done when he retired.
But where does Otis come into all this?
Don't rush me. Sir Aylmer told me in conversation that he had written his reminiscences.
Good. God, what for?
Quite. But he soon found out that for his sort of book, you have to pay the publisher. He doesn't pay you. So I said to myself, a job for Otis.
Don't tell me. Otis took it on and made a mess of it.
Yes. Somehow, he muddled the pictures Sir Aylmer had given him with those for a book on modern art he was publishing. And when Sir Aylmer's book came out, the frontispiece had a picture of a nude female with the caption, "Myself in the early 20s," printed under it.
Ouch.
So Sir Aylmer sent my bust back with a stiff note and no payment, and he's bringing an action for enormous damages against Otis.
I see.
That's why I want Pongo's help, to use his influence with his father-in-law-to-be to get him to withdraw his suit.
But is Pongo persona grata with Sir Aylmer?
Oh, surely.
Well, I hope so. He went over to Ashenden this afternoon and was back in an overexcited state an hour later. That bust of Sir Aylmer in the hall, the one you said he liked better than yours, well, Pongo had gone and broken it.
That one! Oh, Lord, Sir Aylmer will be furious. Pongo's standing with him will be even lower than Otis's.
There's more. Pongo, in a panic, raced back to Ickenham to try to borrow another bust. And so far, Muggsy hasn't spotted the substitution.
Why do you call Sir Aylmer Muggsy?
Because when we were at school together, that's what everyone used to call him.
Oh, Uncle Fred, a friend at school days. Well, then couldn't you plead with him for Otis?
Alas, no. During our school days, I once had occasion to give young Muggsy 6 of the best for bullying a smaller boy. No doubt this still rankles. No, Pongo must do the pleading.
Lucky you had a suitable bust handy for a substitute.
Well, as you know, most of the statuary my father collected was of the nude Venus variety. Parts of the garden looked like ladies' night in a Turkish bath. So if you hadn't providentially left a bust in my care...
Uncle Fred, you didn't give Pongo that one.
Why? What was wrong?
It had Alice Vansittart's jewellery in it. Worked into the plaster at the top of the head. Alice was going to call for the bust next week to take it to America.
Oh, Lord.
Well, that's that, I suppose.
Well, dash my wig and buttons, I'm dashed sorry. Of course, I meant well. But what you want now and I want is not apologies, but a policy. Let me recap. 2 busts of Sir Aylmer. The one you did of him, and he decided he didn't want, and Lady Bostock returned to you. Call that bust A. OK, Sally?
OK.
Right. Then the bust that someone else did of him, the one that Pongo broke. Call that bust B.
Bust B, OK.
Then the other one you did, not of Sir Aylmer, and left with me at Ickenham. That's bust C. The one in which you buried the jewellery for your friend, I forget her name.
Alice Vansittart.
For Alice Vansittart, and which Pongo, with the best intentions, grant him that, took from Ickenham and put up on a vacant pedestal left by bust B.
And that's the one which we must by hook or by crook get back safely.
Correct. Now I'll pay the bill, take you home to Chelsea and call for you tomorrow in the car. We'll go to Ickenham and then on to Ashenden, taking with us your bust, bust A, and I will substitute it, no problem, for the treasure chest bust C, which we will bring back in triumph to Ickenham. Don't worry, my dear, you've got your Uncle Fred on your side. Frederick Altamont Cornwallis, 5th Earl of Ickenham. You're a lucky girl.
Uncle Fred's plan was a good one, but Sally changed the scenario. She would do the switching of the busts. She knew the geography of Ashenden Manor. Uncle Fred didn't. She hoped to get in and out of the house, unseen and uninterrupted. She took bust A with her in a string bag.
Left and down the steps.
Sally got to the curio room, switched the bust successfully, and was heading for the garden and Uncle Fred in his car, when...
Hello? Oh, hello, Lady Bostock. You frightened me. And I'm trespassing.
Sally, my dear. Oh, Sally, I see you've got that bust. I am sorry Sir Aylmer behaved so badly about it. But I couldn't say anything then. And now I've got a chance to make amends. I'll send you a cheque for what Aylmer ought to have given you. We'll keep all this secret from him.
Oh, really, Lady Bostock, you're so kind.
I'll take charge of the bust. It can stay in the bag for the time being. I'll put it in this cupboard here.
Oh, but really, you mustn't...
We'll decide what to do with it, where we shall put it later. Will you forgive us, Sally, dear? Aylmer is so quick-tempered. Now, I'll let you out by the French windows. We needn't disturb Sir Aylmer. He isn't in a very good mood this evening. Good night, Sally, dear.
Good night, Lady Bostock. I don't know how to thank you. Tie that for a disaster, Uncle Fred. Alice's jewels now nesting in a bust, under lock and key, in a cupboard in Ashenden Manor. What are we going to do now?
There, child. I told you to let me do the job. Bust C, now being in a locked cupboard, just makes it more difficult and more exciting. Leave it to me and expect 100% success. You drive back to Ickenham. That will be our base. I'm going to establish myself at Ashenden.
How establish?
Don't worry, child. You do worry. Trust me. Off to Ickenham now. Drive carefully. We shall meet at Philippi.
But now turn your attention to Harold Potter, police constable, recently transferred from his London beat to become guardian of the peace at Ashenden Oakshott. He has come over all thoughtful. He is sure he has seen this Reginald Twistleton before somewhere. Fired with a sense of purpose, he makes his way to the manor.
Now, Emily, Constable Potter's got something to tell us. Some sort of plot, he says. Sit down and listen. Potter, tell her ladyship your strange story. It's about Reginald, Emily, or rather, a fellow posing as Reginald.
What do you mean?
Reginald's an imposter. I had my suspicions of him all along. I didn't like his eyes. Sly, shifty, what you'd call a criminal type. Potter,
Sir?
Get on with your story.
On the 16th inst...
Yesterday.
On the 16th inst, which was yesterday, I was proceeding up the drive to Ashenden Manor on my bicycle when my attention was drawn...
You saw Potter. Well, carry on.
I saw a suspicious figure. I questioned him and I accepted his bona fides, but...
Here comes the sequel, Emily.
I felt sure I had seen the man before somewhere, and the name had not been Twistleton then.
Or anything like it. Are you asleep, Emily?
No, dear. No, dear.
I was sure...
It suddenly flashed on him that he'd seen this fellow, Edwin Smith, with an accomplice...
George Robinson.
...at some dog races near Shepherd's Bush, and Potter had hauled them both off in custody. Isn't that right, Potter?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you believe me, Emily? Reginald is an imposter.
Then what's he doing here?
I think...
Potter thinks that Reginald, or I should say Edwin Smith, is really an advanced man for a gang of burglars. And I think he's right. It's my African curios they're after.
Well, then where's the real Reginald? The burglars must have known he was coming here.
Oh, don't be childish, Emily. The gang's first step would be to make away with the real Reginald.
Make away with him?
Yeah.
How?
Good Lord, how do chaps always make away with chaps?
They telephone them, my lady, telling them to come to ruined mills and then lock them up in a cellar.
Oh.
Or
They'd slip drugs into their drinks and carry them off in yachts.
Oh.
There are hundreds of ways. I expect we'd find the real Reginald at this moment lying bound and gagged on a pallet bed. I believe they're called charpoys. In Limehouse, eh, Potter?
Yes, sir.
Or in the hold of a tramp steamer bound for Valparaiso.
Yes, sir.
All right, Potter, that's all. Go and get a glass of beer in the kitchen.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes.
And now to business.
Oh, where are you going?
To confront this impostor and kick him out, of course.
But
what?
Well, suppose there is some mistake. I suppose this man is really Reginald.
Nonsense.
Well, and you turn him out of the house. We would never hear the end of it from Hermione.
Yes, I see what you mean.
She would be furious.
That's true, yes, we don't want Hermione furious. But I've got an idea. The real Reginald is old Ickenham's nephew. Ickenham is sure to have photographs of any nephew of his. If Ickenham's photograph of Reginald isn't our Reginald, we'll know we are right, and we can confront him and boot him out. Yeah, I'll drive to Ickenham immediately.
Bill Oakshott was finding his soul doubly seared by the prospect of having to judge bonny babies at the fete, and because he'd seen Pongo, engaged to be married to his own beloved Hermione, carrying on like a licentious clubman and kissing the Ashenden Manor parlour-maid. Embarking on one of his troubled walks in the road outside the manor, Bill found Lord Ickenham.
Bill Oakshott, well met. Why, you will be asking, is Lord Ickenham sitting on a suitcase by the roadside?
Quite. Why is he?
I am proposing to take up immediate residence here at Ashenden Oakshott in your hospitable inn, and I am hoping that you will accompany me thither, Perhaps even exercising your rippling young muscles, carrying this bag for me.
Of course.
Ah, thanks. Well, Bill, and how's the world with you?
To be truthful, absolutely bloody awful.
You surprise and shock me. I'd have thought that having left a ghastly country like Brazil, your life would be roses, roses all the way. That's wrong.
Well, just for starters, my uncle's gone off his onion.
Nuts?
Completely nuts.
Dear, dear. When did this come on? What caused it?
It came today, and Pongo is the cause.
You aren't telling me that a single day of Pongo has been enough to set a host sticking straws in his hair? If it had been 2 weeks, perhaps. Tell me more.
My uncle thinks that Pongo is an imposter, an intruder. Front man for a gang of burglars out to steal his wretched African curios.
Good Lord.
He's trying to get proof that Pongo isn't Pongo. And he's now driving over to your place to ask you if you've got photographs for him to check against the Pongo on the premises.
His quest will be fruitless. A man like myself, refined, sensitive, with a love for the rare and beautiful, does not surround himself with photographs of Pongo. I could do him a bronze nude Venus if he'd like that.
No, I don't think he would.
It certainly looks as though you're right, Bill, and that Muggsy's brain has come unstuck. I suggest you give him plenty of aspirins, humour him in conversation, and keep him away from razors, dinner knives, and other sharp instruments. But apart from this, everything is pretty smooth.
Ha! Is it?
Don't tell me there's more. What else has happened, my ill-starred youth?
I saw Pongo kissing our parlour maid.
Well, why shouldn't he?
Why shouldn't he? Dash it, he's engaged to my cousin, Hermione.
Ah, yes, I see, I understand. Her happiness is of major concern to you, and you don't like to think that she is linking her lot with that of a Casanova. My dear chap, don't give it a second thought.
But I mean...
He does that sort of thing automatically. Where you and I would light a cigarette and throw off an epigram, Pongo kisses the parlour maid. A purely unconscious reflex action. Is that the last of your worries?
I wish it were.
I'm listening.
Babies.
I beg your pardon?
Bonny babies.
You are about to become a father?
I'm about to become a blasted judge of them at the fete.
Are you a baby expert? Why did Sir Aylmer pick you for the job?
Pure spite. He knew I'd hate it, but he was out to pay me back for having ducked out of that welcoming party he'd organised for me at the railway station.
Vindictive old bully.
I say, will you do the judging?
Judge the Ashington babies? Alas, no. Muggsy would not accept my nomination. 45 years ago at school, I had occasion to beat young Muggsy. 6 of the juiciest with a 5's bat for bullying.
Oh, but dash it. You'll have forgotten that after 45 years.
Bill, you grievously underestimate the suppleness of my wrist if you suppose that anyone to whom I administered 6 with a 5's bat would forget it in 45 years.
Then I'm sunk.
You have no other friends you can turn to?
I'm thinking. Yes! I might be able to lay my hands on Plank, the leader of my expedition to the Amazon. Major Brabazon Plank.
You interest me strangely. I was also at school with a Brabazon Plank. He still owes me 2 bob. Is your Brabazon Plank a pear-shaped chap, very broad in the beam?
Yes.
Practically all backside?
Yes.
Then it must be the same fellow. Bimbo, we used to call him. It's extraordinary what a mine of my old schoolmates I'm finding. And you think you could contact old Bimbo?
Yes. No. I remember on the boat coming home, he was moaning that he would have to go and visit his sisters. He kept saying he couldn't face it because they were all knee-deep in babies, which he would be expected to kiss. No, Plank had been no good.
No, it sounds entirely likely that he made this expedition to Brazil especially to avoid his sister's babies. Anyway, cancel the Plank idea. It looks as though you will have to fall back on me.
What? You'll do it?
Invite me to your home, and in return for your hospitality, I will judge bonny babies till my eyes bubble.
But you said...
I said that Muggsy would strenuously oppose the entry to his house, your house rather, of a man who beat him 45 years ago. But I propose to come in the identity of someone else. I never do feel comfortable going to stay at houses under my own name. It doesn't seem sporting.
You mean you just blow in, calling yourself Jones or Robinson? Well, suppose my uncle found out.
Are you afraid of Muggsy?
Yes.
More than of bonny babies?
I see what you mean.
Uh-huh. Come to think of it, I shall call myself Major Brabazon Plank, old Bimbo. Well, what more natural than that you ran into your old comrade and leader taking a motor tour of England?
Fine.
So, I am now Major Brabazon Plank, your guest at the manor.
Lord Ickenham, I believe you've got the answer.
Ha-ha, right. Fine indeed. Let's go. And for carrying that suitcase as far as the pub, the reward will be a frothing pint at the bar.
They'd hardly walked 100 yards when they saw Sir Aylmer. He was coming home, angry, from a useless visit to Ickenham. He'd been coldly treated by Coggs the butler, and he had seen no photographs of Lord Ickenham's nephew, Reginald.
Hello there, Muggsy! A very happy pip-pip to you, my bounding Bostock.
Who the devil are you?
Muggsy, I do believe you've forgotten me.
What?
I'm Plank.
Major Brabazon Plank, Uncle Aylmer.
What?
Major Plank ran that expedition I was on, to Brazil.
Don't let him mislead you, Muggsy. In a strictly technical sense, you might say I ran that expedition, but the real big noise was Bill Oakeshott here.
Oh, go easy, Plank.
He was the life and soul of the party, Muggsy, giving up his water ration to the sick and ailing, conducting himself with cool aplomb among the alligators, and encouraging with word and gesture the weaker brethren who got depressed because they couldn't dress for dinner. Chill steel, Oakeshott, we used to call him. You should be proud of such a nephew.
Plank? You can't be Plank.
Why not?
The Plank who was at school with me.
That very Plank.
But he was a fellow with an enormous trouser seat.
Ah, yes, I see what's worrying you. As a boy, I was bountifully endowed with billowy curves in the area indicated, but I've been using Slimo, the sovereign remedy for obesity. You ought to try it, Muggsy. You put on weight.
Well, I'm damned if I would have recognised him.
Nor I you had not Bill Oakeshott here given me the office. We both of us altered since our joint school days. I don't think you had a white moustache then, did you? And there's no ink on your collar now.
You really are, Plank? And what are you doing here?
Major Plank is on a motoring tour around these parts, Uncle Aylmer.
Oh, well, you'll be wanting to get along. Goodbye, Plank.
That sad word will not be necessary, Muggsy. Prepare to receive tidings of great joy. I'm coming to stay with you at the manor.
You're what?
I couldn't refuse Bill's pressing invitation. And as your guest, I have consented to judge the bonny babies at your fate.
You're not going to judge the bonny babies.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Let's not have any lip from you, Muggsy.
Huh?
I see you're standing for Parliament at the next election. Don't forget that as leader of that expedition, I could swing a lot of voters your way, or against you.
I see. Blackmail.
Do I judge those bonny babies then? Well, I must go to the inn now to get a few things fixed, and then I will present myself at your, or isn't it Bill's, home. You were doubtless anxious to hurry on and get my room ready. Southern aspect for choice, swept and garnished. You'll keep me company at the inn, won't you, Bill? I'll be in the bar. Take your time.
Lord Ickenham had had time to walk to the inn, telephone Sally, and consume half a tankard of the good beer, when Bill came through the door of the bar, in a state of considerable excitement and anguish.
Bill Oakeshott, you will say not a word till I have placed before you a tankard like mine. There, drink, and then tell me what's troubling you.
You can't go on with your scheme of coming to the house.
Can't? A strange word to use to the last of a proud family. Did my ancestors say can't when sent to put it across the Saracens and the Crusades?
Stop! I'll explain. After you went away, Uncle Aylmer went off in his car, leaving me stuck there in the road with your suitcase. Then, providentially, Constable Potter came by on his bicycle, and I persuaded him to take the suitcase up to the house on his handlebars. I said it belonged to Major Brabazon Plank, and that he was coming to stay.
You told Potter that the suitcase belonged to Major Brabazon Plank?
Yes. And his face lit up, and he said, Major Brabazon Plank, coup, I knew him well from my old village. I played cricket with him hundreds of times. I'll step up and shake hands with him when I've finished my tea.
You're sure Potter got the words Brabazon Plank correctly?
Yes, sure.
Then what we must do is to tell the blasted Potter that I am your Plank's and his Plank's brother.
Plank's brother? Could we get away with it?
There are no limits to what I can get away with when I'm functioning on all cylinders. We might go and call on Potter now while he's eating his tea and make sure he gets the picture clearly. Where does he live?
Just around the corner.
Then finish up your beer and we'll go straight away. The game's afoot. Any questions?
No questions, sir. Forward march.
In the garden of the little house labelled Police Station was a pram containing a 9-month-old baby who was taking a nap.
Is Potter a married man?
No, that's his sister's baby. She lives with him. Her husband is a steward on one of those South American liners. He's away most of the time.
But not all the time, one deduces.
Oh, hello, Mr. William.
Oh, hello, Potter. We thought we'd look in. This is Brabazon Plank.
Constable Potter, I was anxious to make the acquaintance of one of whom I've heard so much. My brother has told me all about you.
So you're the brother of the chap I used to play cricket with at Lower Shagley? He never told me he had a brother.
He kept things from you, did he? Too bad. Yes, I am his elder brother. Bill Oakshott was telling me you knew him.
He said you was him.
Surely not.
Oh, yes, he did. He gave me your suitcase to take to the manor. He said this here belongs to Major Brabazon Plank, didn't you, Mr. William?
Well,
Obviously a slip of the tongue. He meant Brabazon Plank Major, as opposed to my brother, being younger than me, Brabazon Plank Minor. And what renders it all the more complex is that I myself am a mining engineer by profession, so you've got to accept that the minor is the major and the major is a minor. I have known strong men to break down realising this.
Well, I must say...
Oh, hello, Mrs. Stubbs. We were just giving your baby the once-over.
What? Your baby, madam? Is this remarkably fine baby yours?
Yes, sir. It's my little Basil.
What a sweet name. And a sweet child. A starter, I hope.
Sir?
You have entered him for the Bonnie Babies contest at the Fete.
Oh, yes, sir.
Good, excellent. It would be madness to hide his light under a bushel. Have you looked at this outstanding infant closely, Bill Oakshott? You never have a better opportunity to study a classic yearling. And what lungs! I always mark heavily for lungs. I should explain, madam, that I am to have the honour of acting as judge at the contest at the Fete.
You are, sir?
Yes.
Oh, there, Basil.
Is your husband at home? If so, I would advise him to put his shirt on this child for top honours in the Bonnie Baby show.
Oh?
You too, Constable Potter. Where is Constable Potter? Well, we were pushing along now, Bill. We have much to do. Goodbye, Mrs. Stubbs. Goodbye, baby. Goodbye, officer. Oh, Potter's gone, of course. Goodbye again, Mrs. Stubbs.
Potter had indeed gone to find Sir Aylmer. Potter had recognised this so-called Major Brabazon Plank as the George Robinson of East Dulwich he had arrested a year ago in London at the dog races. That made two of them, George Robinson and Edwin Smith, imposters, now both staying at the manor.
Uncle Dynamite starred Richard Briers as Uncle Fred, with Simon Treves as Bill Oakshott and Susie Bran as Sally. Charles Gray was Sir Aylmer, Josephine Tewson, Lady Bostock, and Chris Emmett, Policeman Potter. The narrator was Paul Eddington. Uncle Dynamite was written by P.G. Wodehouse and adapted for radio by Richard Osborne. The producer was Gareth Edwards. Uncle Dynamite by P.G. Wodehouse, adapted for radio in 6 parts by Richard Osborne and starring Richard Briers as Uncle Fred and Hugh Grant as Pongo, with narration by Paul Eddington. Episode 4, Night Alarms and Excursions.
Pongo Twistleton's new fiancée, Hermione Bostock, is still in London. But Pongo is at Ashenden Manor, calling himself a teetotaler and hoping to show Hermione's parents what a good choice she has made. He has got off to a bad start, breaking furniture, seen kissing the parlour-maid, that sort of thing. He had not, though, expected to find his loony Uncle Fred, Lord Ickenham, staying in the village, nor Sally Baines, the pretty Chelsea sculptress whom Pongo had once loved and lost. Nor had either Pongo or Lord Ickenham expected to be recognised by the Ashenden policeman as the George Robinson and Edwin Smith of East Dulwich, whom he had arrested a year ago.
Why, Pongo, in a country house garden and reading a book. What a change from the London clubman with suede gloves and tight-rolled umbrella. You're just the man I was looking for.
But I left you at Ickenham.
The parting was agony.
You told me you were going to London.
So I did.
You never said a word about coming to Ashenden Oakshott.
No, but you know how it is. Things happen, one's plans become modified.
Oh, God, I might have known it. You were going to start something.
No.
Then what's up?
I don't know that I go as far as to say anything was actually up. Certain complications have arisen, that is true. Let me begin at the beginning. I went to London and gave Sally dinner, and she revealed why she wanted so urgently to see me. Her brother Otis is in trouble again.
Yeah, I might have guessed.
And she asked me to tell you about it and endeavour to enlist your aid.
Very well. Tell me. I'll do anything I can for Sally, as you know.
Quite. Well, Otis is in this new publishing business of his. Sally, to give him a leg up, persuaded Sir Aylmer to pay Brother Otis, to publish his memoirs, something known in the trade as vanity publishing, very common for that kind of book.
Yes, I bet Otis made a mess of things.
He did indeed, silly ass. He got the photographs of Sir Aylmer muddled with the photographs intended for some sort of art book. And when African Memories by Sir Aylmer Bostock, KCMG, appeared, it had as frontispiece a picture of a nude lady with the caption, "Myself at 17.
That's rather funny.
An improvement, I would have thought. But Sir Aylmer's now suing Otis and his firm, and if it comes to court, he will break both of them. Sally stands to lose a lot of money, besides having her beastly brother living with her again and feeding out of her larder.
So you said she wants me to plead with the old boy and get him to settle the thing out of court?
Yes.
Well, I'll do what I can.
You speak as though you had doubts. Doesn't he love you like a son?
I wouldn't say absolutely like a son, no. You see, I broke one of his African treasures.
You do break things, don't you? And this has rankled?
I fancy it has to some extent, yes. Still, he may come round.
Of course he will. You must persevere.
Oh, rather, yes, I shall.
That's the spirit, quite right. Remember what it means to Sally. And one other thing, Pongo. You remember you came to Ickenham and borrowed a bust to put in the corner where the other one had been, the one you broke?
Yes, well, everything went according to plan. I sneaked it in all right. Testing experience, though. Beetling across the hall with the thing in my possession, expecting every moment to feel old Bostock's hot breath on the back of my neck.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, I'm rather afraid I need it back.
What?
You see, that bust you snitched from Ickenham was one that Sally had left with me, and it contained, and contains still, I hope, jewels of great price that Sally's American friend is to smuggle past the New York customs next week.
Huh?
Now stand by for a further complication.
Oh, God. Well, go on.
And it's top marks to Sally, what I'm going to tell you. She decided that as she knew the geography of the manor and I didn't, she'd sneak in and rescue the bust with the jewels in it. She did that. Brave girl. She'd make a wonderful wife for you, Pongo.
Did Uncle Fred get on with it?
But as she was sneaking out with it, she ran into Lady Bostock.
Oh, my God.
No, Lady B was charming, misunderstood the situation, promised Sally a cheque, took the bust from her, and locked it in the cupboard in the curio room.
Where it still is with a few thousands of pounds worth of jewels in its head.
Correct.
I know what you're going to say now, Uncle Fred. You want me to sneak down in the middle of the night, break open the cupboard and pinch the bust. Well, I am jolly well not going to do it. Do you hear?
Calm yourself, my dear boy. I will be doing the pinching.
You?
In person.
But you can't get into the house.
I wish people wouldn't tell me I can't do things. It's all very simple. My young friend Bill Oakeshott has invited me to stay as his guest at the manor. I am going to judge the Bonnie Babies contest at the fete that takes place at Ashenden Oakeshott next week.
You're coming to the house?
I come into residence this evening, and another small point. My name during my visit will be Brabazon Plank, the well-known Brazilian explorer who led the expedition in which Bill Oakeshott played a big part. Don't forget that, will you? Pongo, control yourself. Really, to think that a nephew of mine should go to pieces like this.
Boy! Boy, go!
Hello, it's Constable Potter. I wonder what he wants now.
Boy!
Hoy to you, Potter, guardian of the peace. You crave audience with us?
Oh.
Ho to you, then. What can we do for you?
Oh, Brabazon Plank. I know your game. You call yourself Brabazon Plank, eh? Oh, you two look to me more like George Robinson and Edwin Smith of Nasturtium Road, East Dulwich. Oh, I went to my scrapbook and checked it.
Don't tell me you're the cop who pinched us that day in London at the dog race.
Yes, I am.
Potter, you have an extraordinary memory for faces. You will go far in your chosen profession.
Oh, thank you. What are you doing in these parts?
Just paying a country house visit.
Oh, yes. A fat lot of country house visiting you're going to do now.
Pongo, I believe the gentleman intends to unmask us. Am I right, officer?
Yes.
I wouldn't.
Oh.
No, honestly, I wouldn't. Consider what will happen. I shall be ejected.
You're right. You'll be ejected.
And my place as judge of the Bonnie Babies at the fete will be taken by another, a judge less prejudiced in favour of your sister's little Basil. Little Basil will finish among the also-rans, and your sister will institute inquiries. And when she learns that it was through you that I was ejected, she will have a word or two to say to you on the subject. Think it over, my dear chap. Think it over.
Cool.
Your sister struck me as a woman of high spirit, the last person to mince her words to the man instrumental in robbing her child of the coveted trophy. Potter, I would think twice.
Oh,
There, Pongo, in my opinion, peddles a policeman whose lips are sealed.
Sealed lips, my foot. He's probably gone to tell Sir Aylmer the whole story, and Hermione will be coming back from London any day now, and her father will tell her everything. Where does that leave me?
Nonsense, Pongo. You have nothing whatever to worry about.
Nothing? I like that, with you coming to stay with her people under what's the word?
Pseudonym.
Pseudonym, yes, and prowling her out, breaking into cupboards and pinching busts.
Don't worry, Pongo. I'll do the job on my head tonight.
Tonight?
Yes. I phoned Sally from the inn. Everything's arranged. She will drive over in my car and be waiting in the garden outside the collection room at 1 Ac Emma. By then, I shall have broken into the cupboard and retrieved the bust. I shall hand it to her, and she will drive off to Ickenham with it. It's as simple as that.
Simple? Suppose you're caught.
I am never caught. They know me in the underworld as the Shadow. I wish I could cure you of this extraordinary tendency of yours to look on the dark side.
What other sides are there?
Up at the manor, Potter, his lips otherwise sealed, has thought it his duty to warn Sir Aylmer that something is threatening, and is likely to strike tonight. Sir Aylmer naturally thinks that the threat is to his African curios, and suspects that this man calling himself Twistleton is up to something. Pongo, professing himself a teetotaler, had drunk barley water at dinner. Now, back in his room, there was one thing he wanted more than anything else, a good, strong whisky. 3 minutes later, in the drawing-room, in his dressing gown, he was pouring with trembling fingers the snifter of a lifetime. He poured himself another, and took it to the sofa, and settled back to twiddle his bare toes and smoke a cigarette. But his solitude was short-lived.
What? It's Elsie Bean, beloved of policeman Potter. What ho, Bean?
What ho, sir?
You gave me a start.
You gave me a start, sir.
Making 2 starts in all. You must forgive me, Bean, for seeming a bit perturbed. When the door opened, I was afraid it would be Sir Aylmer. Do you remember describing him to me as an overbearing dishpot?
Yes, sir, I remember.
A dishpot he is, and a dishpot he will always be, and to hell with all dishpots, in my view. Well, come and sit down, young Bean. You look very pretty in that dressing gown and those curlers, if I may say so. How's the Harold Potter situation developing? Any change on the policeman front?
Harold's a mess. He's an obstinate, pig-headed, fat-headed, flat-foot copper. I've no patience.
So he still refuses to resign from the police?
That's right. He came round tonight after supper, and we talked for an hour and a half, but nothing I could say would move him.
No dice, eh? Too bad.
It's that sister of his. She won't let him call his soul his own. I don't know what'll come of it, I'm sure.
Oh, don't cry, Bean. Come a bit closer and let me pat your head. There. No, give Harold time and you'll find he'll be guided by the voice of love.
What would guide him much quicker would be being bopped on the nose.
Bopped on the nose?
That's right. It would knock some sense into him. Harold's nervous.
Nervous?
That's why he got himself shifted to the country from London. He had some unpleasant experiences with blokes giving him shiners when he was pinching them, and it shook him. He came here for peace and quiet.
And if people began bumming on the nose here...
Well, if he found it was too hot being a Rosarier too, he'd give his month's notice and we'd all be happy. He won a nice bit of splosh on the football pools the other day. I want him to buy a pub and we could settle down.
Yeah, happy ending. Well, the best of British luck to you both.
I say, you wouldn't bop him on the nose, sir?
No, I would not bop Harold on the nose.
Or squash his helmet in when he wasn't looking?
No, a man like Harold is always looking. No, I wish you luck, young Bean, and I shall follow your future career with considerable interest, but don't count on me for anything more than heartfelt sympathy. Oh, dear. I tell you what, why don't you wait till your brother, Bert, comes out of prison? September, you said it was, then get him to bop Harold on the nose. What's Bert in for?
Resisting the police in the execution of their duty. He sloshed a slop on the napper with a blunt instrument.
Well, there you are, then. Bert's the people's choice. Oh, come on, tails up, my dear young parlourmaid. Huh? Meanwhile, if I may ask, what are you doing here at this time of night?
I came to get a spot of whisky.
Oh, I'm most frightfully sorry. I ought to have offered you one ages ago.
Oh, it's for Harold. He's lurking in the garden. He asked me to get him a drop of something to keep out the cold.
What's he lurking in the garden for? Some sort of copper's job, I expect.
Oh, he says his lips are sealed. If he gave up being a copper, he could be in bed like other folks. I've no patience.
Oh, there, Bean. Have a cigarette. Turkish this side, Virginia that.
Oh, thanks. Let me light it from yours. Hold still.
It is Bill Oakshott. Not for the first time, finding Pongo, the man engaged to Hermione, Bill's own adored object, in close communion with this attractive parlourmaid, and this time both of them in their night attire.
Oh, hello, Bill.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Mr. William. Well, good night all. I'll take this glass of whisky out to Harold.
Pongo.
Hello.
Pongo.
On the spot.
Pongo, when I returned from Brazil, the day before yesterday it was, I was told you were engaged to be married to my cousin Hermione.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
I hope you will be very happy.
You betcha.
And I hope, here's the rub, that you will make her happy.
Oh, rather, yes, I should.
Well, will you? You say you will. But I'm dashed if I see how it's to be done if you spend your whole time hobnobbing with parlourmaids.
Eh?
You heard.
Hobnobbing with parlourmaids?
Hobnobbing with parlourmaids.
I shall give myself another snifter before answering that one. Oh, hell. Decanter empty.
Look in that cupboard thing under the tray.
Thanks. Listen, Bill, to offer a parlourmaid a cigarette isn't hobbing, nor when you light it for her is it nobbing. Natural good manners, and Sir Galahad and the Chevalier, what's his name?
Bayard?
The Chevalier Bayard would back me up. And it is a pity that some people, and I name no names, Bill, have minds like sinks. To the pure, all things are pure.
Well, all that would go a lot stronger with me if I hadn't seen you kissing Elsie Bean yesterday, on the front steps.
Good Lord, yes, so I did. It all comes back to me. Well, I kissed her, but only like a brother. And if you knew the circumstances...
Like a brother? My foot! Twistleton!
I wish you wouldn't call me Twistleton.
I will call you Twistleton, blast you! If, Twistleton, you don't want your head pulled off by the roots and your insides are ripped from your body...
My dear chap...
With my naked hands, cut it out! This Don Juan stuff. This butterfly stuff. This way you have of flitting from flower to flower and sipping. Lay off it, Twistleton. Give it a miss. Curb the impulse. Kiss fewer parlourmaids. Try to remember you're engaged to a sweet girl who loves and trusts you.
But
I suppose you're wondering what business it is of mine.
No. Any time you're passing.
Well, I'll tell you. I love Hermione myself. Have done for years and years.
No, really?
Yes. Years and years and years and years. I've never told her.
No?
No, she knows nothing about it.
Quite.
And loving her like this, I feel it is my job to watch over her, like a
governess?
Not a governess, elder brother, and protect her, and see that no smooth bird comes along and treats her like the plaything of an idle hour. I don't object to her marrying another man.
That's wonderfully broad-minded of you.
At least I do. It's agony, but it's up to her, so long as it makes her happy. All I want is her happiness.
It's very creditable.
But get this, Twistleton.
Yes.
This is what I want to drive into your nut. If I found that other man was playing fast and loose with her, two-timing her, breaking her gentle heart by going and whooping it up round the corner, I would strangle him like a
dog.
No, not a dog, silly ass. Who the Dickens strangles dogs? Like a foul snake. That's all I've got to say. Good night, Twistleton.
But, Bill...
Ouch! Good God. Mugsy. Terribly sorry, old thing. Follow sleepwalking. I'm sorry to disturb you. Oh.
Uncle Fred. God, you made me jump. What brings you here at this hour of the morning?
I've come for the same reason as apparently you. Whiskey. An admirable late-night drink. Soothing and stimulating at the same time. Do the honours, Pongo. I've just had a run-in in the dark with an angry ex-colonial governor. He thinks I'm a burglar. Ah, whiskey. Thanks awfully. No need to add the soda. Ah, splendid. Oh, that's better. But you look worried, Pongo. Nothing wrong, I hope?
Well, I don't know that you'd call it wrong, but Bill Oakeshott is proposing to rip my insides out with his naked hands.
You amaze me. Bill Oakeshott, that lovable young man?
Lovable be blowed. He didn't like the idea of me being here with Elsie Bean, the parlourmaid.
Ah, yes, the one you kiss so much.
I do not kiss her. Well, I mean, at least I may have done once, like a brother, and in thanks for a signal service she'd rendered me, but it wasn't a proper...
My dear boy, don't get heated. I remember now, Bill told me he had been a little distressed at the spectacle of the embrace, but he has the interests of your fiancée at heart.
Ha! He's in love with Hermione.
Really?
He told me so just now.
Well, it astonishes me that Mugsy has a daughter who seems to fascinate one and all.
Yes, well, never mind about all that now. So did Sir Aylmer catch you going into his collection room?
coming in strictly, yes. He was there himself already, sleeping among all those African whatnots. You know, Pongo, there's a kind of low cunning about Muggsy which I don't like to see. Fancy a man having a bed moved into the collection room and a string tied to his big toe from the handle of the door.
He didn't?
He did. It's the deceit of the thing that disturbs me.
What did you say?
It was Muggsy who did most of the saying.
Well, I mean, how did you explain?
Oh, that was simple enough. I told him I was walking in my sleep.
And he swallowed that?
Well, he might have stopped to argue, but he thought he heard things happening in the garden. He shoved on slippers and dressing gown and bustled outside, making threatening noises through his moustache.
Well, anyway, this dish is us.
Nonsense! We have merely sustained a slight check. If we can't outsmart an ex-governor on his home ground, pity I came here without my bottle of knockout pills. Madness to come to country houses without a supply of Mickey Finns. But I'll think of something else for Muggsy.
Yeah, no, where's Sally, meanwhile?
Sally, bless her heart, is out there in the garden, watching and waiting, like Mariana at the Moated Grange.
Uncle Fred, the blighted policeman Potter is also out there in the garden, like Mariana at the Moated Ruddy Grange. I'd clean forgotten Elsie Bean telling me so. She'd come in here to get a noggin of whiskey for him to keep out the chill.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh!
Sounds like Potter.
The rotter.
Yes, it was Potter. And all the staff of the manor in various night attire had come down to answer the bell. But Sir Aylmer got there first, Lady Bostock trailing him by a length.
Potter!
Sir?
Was it you making that infernal noise?
Sir?
Ringing the damn bell at this hour? Waking up the entire household? What the devil are you playing at? What are you going to say, eh?
But, sir, I've caught a marauder.
A what?
A nocturnal marauder, sir.
Oh, then where is he? Don't tell me to let him get away.
Well, yes, sir.
Ass! Fool! Imbecile!
It wasn't my fault, sir. The garments gave when I clutched them.
Let me see. Good heavens! This is part of a woman's dress.
A female's. I observed her loitering in a suspicious manner, and when I up and apprehended her, she came apart in my hands. Her garments, that is.
Well, I never... Oh.
Emma,
Yes, dear?
what are all these women doing here? Send them back to bed.
Yes, dear. Now go along. Do as your master says. Back to bed. Dishpot!
Who called me a dishpot?
I did. Your parlour maid, Elsie Bean.
Oh.
An overbearing dishpot, that's what you are.
Oh, Elsie.
Bullying my poor Harold. And I'd like to give my month's notice.
Elsie!
And I would like to give my month's notice. Get someone else to cook for you.
Mrs. Gooch! But how will I manage?
And I'd like to give my notice too.
Oh, Jane, my best housemaid.
Emily!
Yes, dear?
Are you not going to throw these women out?
Oh, yes, dear, at once. And now then, up you go, all of you, back to bed.
I've given them my notice. I've had quite enough.
There, a clean sweep, Muggsy. All your pretty chickens in one fell swoop. Too bad. Very difficult these days to get servants in the country.
And now, let me tell you, sir, that I recognise these two as a couple of miscreants that I arrested about a year ago for brawling at the dog races down Shepherd's Bush Way. I was in C Division of the Metropolitan Police then.
Oh, get off
This
with it.
gentleman gave his name as George Robinson, and that one as Edwin Smith, both from Nasturtium Road, East Dulwich.
Then you're not Twistleton, and you're not Brabazon Plank. What have you got to say to that?
My dear Muggsy, the whole thing is obviously an absurd misunderstanding. Don't be hard on the boy. Scooped in by the cops at the dog races and reluctant to stain the fine old Twistleton escutcheon, he gave us false name. You've done it yourself 100 times.
No, I haven't.
Have it your own way, Muggsy. But I can assure you that this really is Reginald Twistleton.
Well, what about you then? You claim to be Brabazon Plank, who was at school with me, but you don't look anything like that Plank.
But I explained to you, Muggsy. You remember the schoolboy Plank, they used to call him Bimbo, was rich in curves at the back. And look at me, slim and soldierly all the way down back and front. No billowy curves, thanks to Slimmo, a gentle and agreeable remedy for hypertrophy of the trouser seat. Not habit forming. You were going to try it yourself.
I don't believe you are Plank. How do I know that my nephew William didn't pick you up somewhere and pass you off as Plank just so he could get out of judging the bonny babies, A task he richly deserved. There's some damn funny things going on here, and I intend to get to the bottom of it.
Like Slimmo?
This afternoon, a man I don't remember from Adam comes and insinuates himself into the house, saying he's an old schoolfellow of mine. Tonight, Potter catches a woman prowling in the garden.
Not so much prowling, sir, as lurking.
Shut up.
Yes, sir.
She was obviously trying to establish communication with someone in the house. Who was that man?
But, Muggsy, this is absurd. Why do you say she was trying to establish communication? I see her as some poor, harmless waif who wandered in trying to find shelter from the storm, in the tool shed or the byre, whatever a byre may be.
Poor, harmless waif be blowed. Sheltering from the storm? What storm? There's been no storm, no rain even. No, she was fronting for a gang of burglars, and she has escaped. I'm going to find out who she and the rest of her gang are. And as for you, prove to me that you are Plank and not an imposter.
Would I call you Muggsy if I hadn't known you at school? Let me refresh your memory. Who stole jam sandwiches at the school shop? You. Who got 6 of the best for the fives bat for bullying the juniors? You.
No, you're making this up.
And do you recollect one term, a frail, golden-haired child came as a new boy? He looked like something sent from heaven, an angel. You swooped on that child, Muggsy, as if you had been an Assyrian coming down like a wolf on the fold. You pulled his golden hair. You seized his slender arm, and just as you started twisting it, it suddenly uncoiled itself into one of the sweetest left hooks I've ever witnessed and plugged you in the eye. 10 minutes later, after I'd helped you to bed, investigation revealed that the child was the previous year's public school bantamweight champion. On another occasion...
That's enough. Potter, why are you still here? Go back into the garden and find that girl.
Yes, sir. I'll start instituting a search for her instanter. It oughtn't to be hard to find her. She'll be practically in the nude, which will render her conspicuous.
Right. Instanter, the better.
Yes, sir.
Come, Emily. Back to our bed.
2 o'clock. How time flies when one is agreeably occupied. Come, Pongo.
No, really, Uncle Fred, you're public scourge number 1. You scatter ruin and desolation on every side like a ruddy sower who goeth forth sowing. All that stuff about me giving a false name at the dog races. What's Hermione going to say when her father tells her about me? I can confidently expect a blast of vituperation and return of the ring and letters.
You think so? Well, it'll come sometime. Why not now? I'd give 3 rousing cheers and let it go at that.
But I worship that girl.
I know. But we mustn't sit about yarning about your amours now. Sally at this moment is rushing about Hampshire in her cami-knickers with policeman Potter on her trail.
Oh, golly, yes. She's sure to catch cold.
She will. And I'm going out into the great open spaces to find her and bring her in. You go up to bed, try to compose yourself to sleep, and leave the rest to me.
Oh, God.
Lord Ickenham has gone out on his search. Pongo hesitates about going up to bed. 1 more whisky. To consume this in comfort, he spreads himself again on the sofa. Sir Aylmer had had the same idea. 1 final whisky.
You. I thought you told us you were a teetotaler. You've been swigging my whisky all night.
Medicinally, yes.
What?
I take a drop occasionally for my health.
Emily?
Aylmer! And Reginald! I thought you were a teetotaler, Reginald.
He takes a drop occasionally for his health.
That one did my health a lot of good, so good night, then.
Good night.
Good night, Reginald. I couldn't sleep, Aylmer. I thought I would come down for a week, whiskey and soda, and I find you both here. I do hope Reginald isn't a drinker.
Of course he's a drinker. And tell it from those shifty eyes and weak giggle. Dipsomania's written all over him.
Aylmer, Hermione must be warned if it's that.
Exactly what I was going to suggest.
I'll telephone her in her flat in London tomorrow, early, and say I'm coming up to see her.
This morning, in fact. Now drink this up and up to bed with you. Get some sleep. Did you get those servants to bed?
Yes, dear. They kept giving their notices all the way up the stairs.
Oh, curse them.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
Go to bed, Emily. I'll turn out the lights and follow you.
Pongo had gone to his room, and with a relieved home at last, he opened the door. Seated on his bed, enjoying a mild cigar, was his Uncle Frederick, 5th Earl of Ickenham, and in the armchair was a pretty girl in a flowered dressing gown made for a bigger figure. Sally Baines.
Ah, Pongo. What? We wondered when you'd be coming back to your room. Come along in. You know Sally, don't you? We climbed up the water pipe from the garden.
Oh.
Uncle Dynamite starred Richard Briers as Uncle Fred and Hugh Grant as Pongo, with Simon Treves as Bill Oakshott, Charles Gray as Sir Aylmer, and Josephine Tewson as Lady Bostock. Chris Emmett was Policeman Potter, Teresa Gallagher, Elsie Bean, and Una Beeson, the cook. The narrator was Paul Eddington. Uncle Dynamite was written by P.G. Wodehouse and adapted for radio by Richard Osborne. The producer was Gareth Edwards. Uncle Dynamite by P.G. Wodehouse, adapted for radio in 6 parts by Richard Osborne, and starring Richard Briers as Uncle Fred and Hugh Grant as Pongo, with narration by Paul Eddington. Episode 5, Engagements and Re-engagements.
After a night of alarms and excursions at Ashenden Manor, Pongo, creeping back to his bedroom to sleep at last, finds he has 2 visitors, his Uncle Fred and Uncle Fred's ward, the pretty sculptress Sally Baines, to whom, until a recent quarrel, Pongo had been engaged. In a silk dressing gown, borrowed from Uncle Fred, and her hair tidied with Pongo's own brushes, Sally looked, well... Pongo caught his breath, and Sally smiled at him. 2 blows to the heart.
Oh, hello, Pongo.
Hello, Sally.
It's nice to see you again. Do you look very well?
Oh, rather. Or rather, come on, what is all this, Uncle Fred? What's Sally doing here in my room?
Seeking sanctuary, just for the time being, till we can make other arrangements.
Oh, God.
Why do you say, oh, God, my boy? What seems to be the difficulty?
Well, how the dickens can she stay in my room?
Why not? You can have a shakedown in mine. I have a very comfortable chaise longue.
But what about people coming in here?
When?
Tomorrow morning.
You mean later this morning, don't you? It's nearly 3 ac Emma now.
Crikey, is it?
All that's needed is to square the parlourmaid.
And how, pray, are you going to square a parlourmaid?
I've done it already. Briefly, what happened was this. I left you drinking in the drawing room and went into the garden to find Sally. And I did find her, in the potting shed, watering the geraniums with her tears.
I was not. Uncle Fred, you do talk most utter bilge.
I was only making a good story of it. Actually, your attitude was heroic. I was proud of you, and so should Pongo be at this happy ending.
What happy ending?
I see Sally as a little storm-tossed boat that has put into harbour after the diggings of a gruelling from the winds and waves, and can now take it easy for a bit. Where was I, Sally?
Potting shed.
Ah, yes. I gave her my dressing gown. She was in shreds after that policeman had grabbed at her in the dark. We crept forth, not letting a twig snap under our feet. And while we were creeping, we heard voices. Constable Potter and the parlourmaid Elsie Bean in angry pow.
They're engaged to be married, you know.
Yes, and she was giving him hell for not resigning from the force. She said she had given her month's notice to Lady Bostock and that he was a cowardly custard.
Quite right.
She said he was afraid of his sister, and why couldn't he hand in his truncheon and handcuffs and buy that pub and settle down with her?
She said she had no patience with him.
Yes, so he left off the chase for Sally and walked away into the garden like a man who'd had his ears pinned back properly. And it was then that we emerged and said a cheery hoy to Elsie. And after that, everything went with delightful smoothness.
She's the girl you kiss so much, isn't she, Pongo?
Just a minute. I don't do anything of the kind.
It was Elsie who pointed out the water pipe. And after I'd helped Sally to climb it, it was Elsie who gave me that preliminary leg up, which a man needs at my time of life if he is to negotiate water pipes successfully.
Well, you dislodged a few old birds' nests as you came, Uncle Fred, but you made good time to the top.
I did, didn't I? Yes. I don't know I've ever met a nicer parlourmaid. I say, Pongo, I don't wonder that you...
You don't wonder that I what?
Nothing. So here we are, thanks to Elsie Bean, and she's promised to give us all the aid and comfort we ask.
How about breakfast? I'm starving.
Me too. Too early for Elsie to rustle up breakfast, I'm afraid, my dear. In a few minutes I will take you down to the larder, and we will knock together a bit of late supper.
Ooh.
I could do with a couple of mouthfuls myself. Ah, Miss Bean in person. Come in, Miss Bean. I think you know everybody. A cigarette?
Oh, thank you, sir.
Give the lady a cigarette, Pongo.
What? Oh, yes, right.
A chair, Miss Bean? Oh. And a footstool for your feet? See to these things, Pongo.
Yes, right here, yes.
And now, Miss Bean, I hope you have come to indicate to us in what way we may make some slight return for all your kindness to us tonight. Speaking for myself, if a fiver would be any good to you, and when I say a fiver, I mean, of course, a tenner.
I don't want money, sir, thanking you all the same. What I want is for Harold to be bopped on the nose.
Harold?
Harold Potter.
Ah, yes, our friend the policeman. What did you say you wanted done to his nose?
I want it bopped.
Struck, you mean? Socked? Given a biff?
That's right. I was telling Mr. Twistleton there's only one way of making Harold be sensible and give up being a copper, and that's to dot him a good bop on the nose.
Of course, I see what you mean. Your psychology is unerring. If I were a copper and someone bobbed me on the nose, I would hand in my resignation like a flash. The matter shall be attended to. Pongo?
No. Listen, Uncle Fred. All that's been arranged. Miss Bean and I have discussed it, and are in full agreement that the man to take it on is her brother Bert, who habitually sloshes slops on the napper with blunt instruments. This would be a picnic for him.
But Bert don't come out of prison till September.
Are you suggesting, Pongo, that young Elsie wait till September for the fulfilment of her hopes and dreams? The job must be done now. I, unfortunately, am a little too old to bop policemen on the nose, much as I would enjoy it.
Ha!
So the task devolves on you, Pongo. See to it as soon as possible.
But dash it, I can't.
The matter could not be placed in better hands than yours. I suggest that you and Miss Bean have a talk about ways and means, while Sally and I go down to the larder and forage.
Oh, yes. By the back stairs.
Backstairs?
At the end of the passage.
Passage?
The larder.
Larder. Thank you, Miss Bean. Come on, Sally. We'll see you later, you two.
Oh, food, wonderful.
He's a nice old gentleman.
Ha!
Pardon?
I said ha, and I mean ha. My uncle a nice old gentleman. Ha!
Pongo?
Oh, God! Into the cupboard, Elsie, quick. Not a sound, not a yip, not a murmur. Human life hangs on your silence.
Well, all right, if you say so.
Bill Oakshott. Hello, Bill.
Hello. I'm glad you're still up, Pongo. I wanted a word with you.
Huh?
May I sit here?
Yes, fine. Well, you know, it's getting late, actually.
I'm not keeping you up, am I? I wanted to say that I lost my head a bit when I called you a foul snake. It was just that when I saw you and Elsie Bean in the drawing room, I thought for a moment...
I wasn't lighting her cigarette for her.
Of course. I realise that now. I know I can trust you.
Terrific.
You love Hermione, and your only thought will be to make her happy. You will look on it as a sacred duty.
You betcha.
Fine. I'm devoted to Hermione, Pongo.
Yes, you told me. How about continuing our talk in the morning, eh?
Not now.
Well, a bit late, isn't it?
She is the lodestar of my life. I've been crazy about her for years and years and years and years. Her happiness means everything to me. You've read her novels, of course.
Hermione's novels?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you, she gave me her latest to read while I was here. I haven't got far into it yet, but I can tell from the first page it's the Bezezus.
What?
Bezezus.
Oh, yes.
Strikes a new note, you might say.
Which one was that?
I've forgotten the name, but I know it was called something.
Amazing that she can write all those wonderful books.
Rather.
And still be a simple, healthy, out-of-doors girl. Never happier than getting up at 6 in the morning for a long walk.
6 in the morning? She doesn't get up at 6 in the morning, does she?
In summer, always.
And in winter?
7. She sometimes does half a round of golf before breakfast.
Before whose breakfast?
She's marvellous. Well, good night, Pongo. You'll be wanting to go to bed. Good night, and thank you for being so understanding.
6 in the morning? Crikey. Well, come on out, Elsie Bean. The danger's past.
Why did I have to go killing myself in cupboards? It was only Mr. William.
Only? If he'd found you here, he'd have pulled my head off and scooped out my inside.
Oh, what a nut! We don't want that happening before you've bopped Harold, do we?
Well, how on earth am I supposed to set about the bopping sequence? It's not the simplest thing in the world to walk up to a 16-stone copper and sock him on the beezer. It wants leading up to it. And even then...
Well, how would it be if you pushed him into the duck pond?
What duck pond?
The one outside the front gate.
Well, he may not go near the ballad duck pond.
Oh, he does, regular, at the end of his beat. He goes and stands there and lights his pipe.
Creep up behind him, you mean?
That's right.
And give him a hearty shove?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I see what you mean. I will give the matter my attention. You may have found the solution there. Meanwhile, take a squint out of the door and see if the coasts are clear. If they are, pick up your feet and streak along back to your dugout like a flash. Oh, now what? Sally and Uncle Fred.
As good a little meal as I've ever tasted, eh, Sally?
3
chunks of pie you had. How do you keep your figure if you eat like that?
Ah, and now bed, don't you think? Pongo, gather your things and come along with me. Start packing. I can lend you a razor and my great sponge, Joyeuse. You and Miss Bean have settled things, I hope?
Oh, yes, sir. Mr. Twistleton is going to push Harold into the duck pond.
Well, now, capital, capital. You'll enjoy that, Pongo. Remember, in pushing policemen into duck ponds, the follow-through is everything. Come along. Good night, Miss Bean.
Good night, sir.
Good night, Sally.
Good night, Uncle Fred, you old...
What? No kiss for me, Sally?
Good gracious, no. What would Hermione say?
Yes, quite. What would Hermione say? Yeah. Your room down here, is it, Uncle Fred?
Yes, keep going. Why are you stopping? Forgotten something?
Oh, no. I was just thinking of Sally. She looked so dash pretty in that dressing gown.
Charming, yes, charming. Come on, Pongo.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Hermione's mother, Lady Bostock, has arrived at the block of flats where her daughter lives in London. Just as Hermione, dressed to the nines, is setting forth towards lunch.
Hermione! Mother! Oh, dear. Have you got to go out? I came up specially to talk to you.
I must. I'm being given lunch at Barry Bolt's and I'm late already. What did you want to talk to me about?
Oh, dear. It's Reginald. Oh, dear.
Reginald?
Yes, dear. Your father...
Has father been barking at Reginald? I told him quite clearly that he was to treat Reginald as an ewe lamb. If he's been barking at him, I'll have a few...
No, dear. Your father may have raised his voice to Reginald, but not barked.
Mother, I'm sorry, I must fly. Here's the key. Stay in the flat. You'll find all the picture papers there. I'll see you for tea.
Oh, dear. It's such a long story.
I must run, Mother. My car's just round the corner. I'm lunching with a publisher.
Oh, that nice Mr. Popgood?
No, this is a new one. He wrote to me a few days ago saying he'd like to have me on his list and suggested luncheon. Signs himself Otis Baines, a firm called Merriday House.
Oh, I liked Mr.
Goodbye, Mother. Oh. Make yourself comfortable and I'll be back as soon as possible.
Well, I wait for you, dear.
It's something important, you say?
Dreadfully important, yes.
About Reginald?
Yes. Oh, dear. We find that...
Mother, I just looked at the time. I'm sorry, I must rush. But I'll be back.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
The publisher who was waiting at Barrybolt's to give Hermione lunch was Otis Baines, Sally's brother. Otis, walking in dread of the lawsuit Sir Aylmer Bostock was bringing against him, had seen in the Tatler that Sir Aylmer's daughter had written novels under the name of Gwyneth Gould. Why not offer her generous contracts on her next 3 novels, and see if she would persuade her father to call off the lawsuit? And what more persuasive than lunch at Barrybolt's, cost what it might.
Miss Gould!
Mr. Baines, I hope I'm not late.
Oh, no. Come along in.
As Otis expanded on his subject, Hermione's eyes lit up with excitement. 4-figure advances against 20% royalties, rising to 25%. Signing sessions at the smartest bookshops, full-colour ads in the Sundays, and discreetly organised items in the gossip columns. Gwyneth Gould's name would ring round the salons, and her bank balance would soar.
I like the sound of this. Very much.
But there's a snag. I shall have to go slow on signing you on for the Merriday list.
Snag? What snag?
Well, I'm being threatened by a lawsuit, and it might cripple me and Merriday financially. You see, Miss Gould, this vindictive man, an ex-governor of a colony, I understand, Sir Aylmer Bostock, is pressing me for enormous damages. It's a silly thing, really. I shouldn't really...
Well. Is that so? Sir Aylmer Bostock just happens to be my father.
No!
I am Hermione Bostock. Gwyneth Gould is the name I write under.
What? You're not Gwyneth Gould?
No, Hermione Bostock. And I've had trouble with the old parent before. You can take it from me, Mr. Baines. Oh, why don't we drop the formalities and say Hermione and Otis? You will hear no more about lawsuits from my father, Otis. I'll drive down to see him this afternoon.
Oh, this is amazing.
You can drive down with me and get the good news on the spot, if you like, Otis.
I certainly would like, Hermione. Give me time to pay the bill and retrieve my hat and coat.
All right. I'll go and bring the car round. I'll meet you outside.
Hop
Hop in! We'll have to hurry. We'll find a train to get you back to London.
Wonderful.
Oh, drat! I've just thought of something. My mother's waiting for me at my flat. Oh, well, I'll ring her from home.
Afternoon, Miss Baines.
Oh, good morning, Elsie. Oh, glorious day. They've given Mr. Twistleton the honoured guest room, obviously. South aspect, balcony, view over the downs.
Hi there! Mind your backs!
Oh, what was that? Sounded like something landing on the balcony.
It's a small suitcase. And it's your uncle below, Lord Ickenham.
Oh.
Elsie, that's clothes for Miss Baines. Tell her I'll be along in 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, clothes for me. He must have driven back to Ickenham and raided Aunt Jane's cupboards. Blessings on Uncle Fred. I must hurry. Help me, Elsie.
All right, Sally?
Oh, it's his lordship. Thank you, Elsie. You've looked after me wonderfully.
I must go now. Oh, those clothes don't half suit you, Miss Baines.
Thank you, Elsie. Come in, Uncle Fred.
Hello there, Sally.
Uncle Fred, you're an angel. Nobody saw you, I hope.
Not a soul. The enemy's lines are thin and poorly guarded. Your hostess went up to London soon after breakfast, and Muggsy, I understand, is at a neighbouring village trying to sell someone a cow.
Then why not switch the bus now while the coast's clear?
I thought of that, of course, but I find Muggsy has locked the door of the collection room and gone off with a key. As I was saying to Pongo last night, there's a streak of low cunning in Muggsy's nature which one deplores. Still, don't worry. I'm biding my time. That's the sort of man I'm, as the song goes. I shall arrange everything to your full satisfaction.
Says you?
Sally, don't tell me you're losing confidence in me.
Oh, darling Uncle Fred, of course not. Why did I speak those harsh words? Consider them unsaid.
They are already expunged from my memory. My word, you look charming in that coat of your Aunt Jane's. Quite a vision. No wonder Pongo loves you.
Not anymore.
More than ever.
Really?
I was noticing the way his eyes popped out last night every time they rested on you. Did you ever see a prawn in the mating season? Like that. One of the last things he said to me was, "She looks dash pretty in that dressing gown."
If he thought I looked pretty in a dressing gown made for a man of 6'2", it must mean something.
Love, my dear, love. I tell you, he would die for one little rose from your hair. How are conditions at your end?
Oh, I haven't changed.
You love him still?
Uncle Fred, I'm crazy about him.
That's satisfactory, but odd. I'm fond of Pongo myself, but not crazy about him.
Oh, it's quite easy. Bless his precious heart. He's a bar lamb. A sweet, woolly bar lamb that you want to stroke and pet.
Well, have it your own way. Anyway, I have an idea that he will soon be at liberty to pay his addresses to you. This engagement to Hermione Bostock can't last.
You certainly do spread sweetness and light, don't you, Uncle Fred?
One does one's best. The obvious mate for Hermione is her cousin Bill Oakshott, who's been devoted to her for years and years and years and years. But he's too mild in his methods of wooing. He doesn't tell his love, but lets concealment, like a worm i' the bud, feed on his damask cheek.
Yes, I've noticed how damask his cheek is.
You can't run a business that way. I intend to have a very serious talk with young William next time I see him.
But Pongo's the first problem. He's worried, poor darling, terribly worried about the job you and Elsie have bullied him into, pushing the policeman to a duck pond.
But we owe a debt of honour to Elsie Bean, and it must be paid. What's Pongo's worry? The duck pond is quite close.
Where is it?
Just outside the front gate, a mere step. And there, Miss Bean tells me, Policeman Potter stands at the end of his beat, smoking a pipe and, Miss Bean alleges, thinks of her. To further the interests of a girl like La Bean, the finest parlour-maid who ever flicked a duster, I would have pushed 20 policemen into 20 ponds when I was Pongo's age.
But Pongo's got such a rare, sensitive nature.
Well, so had I in those days. What's your worry about Pongo?
I've studied Pongo, and I've recently been studying this thing of pushing policemen into ponds, and I'm now convinced that what's needed to get the best results is a girl whose clothes the policeman shredded the previous night.
Good God, Sally, you don't mean...
Yes, I do. My mind's made up. I'm going to pinch hit for Pongo. It's a far, far better thing that I do. I forget how it goes on after that. Goodbye, Uncle Fred. See you later. The balcony water pipe exit, I think. Oh.
What a girl.
Lord Ickenham left by the door into the passage, like any lesser mortal. And in the hall downstairs, he met Bill Oakshott.
Oh, there you are. Fine.
Fine, yes. I've been wanting a word with you, but it's your house, so tell me what's fine about seeing me.
Embarrassing, because it's about your nephew, Pongo.
Pongo? Don't tell me he's been kissing parlour-maids again.
No, worse. I was driving my Aunt Emily to the station this morning to go to London, and she told me she discovered Pongo was a dipsomaniac. She was going to tell Hermione all about it.
Poor old Pongo, he does get it in the neck. I can tell you, Bill, and your aunt and uncle, if they care to listen, that Pongo is no dipsomaniac. He's not really a drinker at all. But if this slander helps Pongo to get the heave-ho from Hermione, it's a bit of goose for Pongo, and for you, Bill, surely.
Me?
Yes, Bill, you. Well-informed circles tell me you love Hermione.
Well...
Have loved her for years and years and years and years and years, and would make her yours.
Why... yes, that's right, as a matter of fact, but Pongo or no Pongo, I've never been able to tell Hermione. You can't go barging in on a girl, telling her you would make her yours if she's engaged to another chap.
Of course you can. How about young Lochinvar? He did it and was highly thought of as a consequence. You need have no morbid scruples about swinging Hermione Bostock onto your saddle bow. Anyway, Pongo's in love with someone else.
Not Elsie Bean?
No, not that sweetest of parlourmaids, Miss Bean. We are hoping that she'll get Policeman Potter to see sense and marry her.
But it still leaves me with the problem of telling Hermione that
you would die for one little rose from her hair?
Yes. But how do I work up to it?
I haven't met your beloved Hermione, Bill, but I have seen her photograph, and I guess from her looks that she is what we used to call a proud beauty. There's one sure way of dealing with a proud beauty. Have at her. Sweep her off her feet. Take her by storm.
Me? Take Hermione by storm?
Take a line through young Lochinvar and the heroes in the novels of Ethel M. Dell. Her characters went about in riding breeches and were not above giving the girl of their choice a couple with a hunting crop on the spot that would do most good. Buy Ethel M. Dell's novels and study them diligently.
I'm not going to sock Hermione with a hunting crop.
It would help.
No. Definitely no.
Very well. Cut business with hunting crop. But dominate her, grab her, waggle her about a bit, kiss her hungrily and say, "You are mine, or else." I must go, Bill. Got to find Pongo. He's in the garden, I believe. Toodle-pip.
But Pongo was not in the garden. He had heard that Potter the policeman had been pushed into the duck pond by a person or persons unknown. He had rushed indoors and up to his bedroom, hoping that Sally might be back in occupation. She was.
Oh, Sally.
Oh, Pongo.
Oh, Sally.
Oh, Pongo.
I've just heard. Harold Potter's been in the duck pond. Who pushed him in? You did. You pushed him. You did it for me. You darling.
Pushed the copper into the pond, yes. I did it. For you. And he went in with a wonderful splash. No, splosh is a better word. I don't think he saw me. He was wading about with his helmet over his eyes when I ran into the house and up here.
Oh, Sally.
No kissing. What about Hermione?
Oh, yes, Hermione. Oh, let's forget Hermione. Darling, when can we get married?
What a question. I insist on your breaking your engagement to Hermione before you marry me. And, Pongo?
Yes, darling?
About my brother Otis.
Oh.
Well, I know he does silly things and gets into scrapes, but you will be kind to him for my sake, won't you?
Sally, Uncle Fred may have told you I'd recently inherited a fortune or two from a godfather.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bail Otis out any time you ask me to, darling. Always. I promise.
Oh, Pongo.
Oh, Sally. Oh, Elsie Bean, why didn't you sound your horn? You frightened me.
Come up with some tea for Miss Baines. Have you pushed Harold into the pond yet, Mr. Twistleton?
Of course he has pushed Harold into the pond. You didn't suppose Mr. Twistleton would fail you?
Coo. Did he go in with a splash?
Splosh is a better word, Miss Bean. A terrific splosh.
Coo. Well, I'm sure I'm very much obliged to you, Mr. Twistleton. Oh, have you seen Miss Hermione?
What? She isn't here, is she?
Yes, she is. I saw her drive up in her car.
Oh, my God. Oh! I must go outside and think this one over in the open air.
Nice young gentleman, Mr. Twistleton. Bit balmy, isn't he?
A bit. I love it.
Lord Ickenham, currently Major Brabazon Plank to all but his nearest and dearest, who knew otherwise, had walked down to the village and made for the Bull's Head Inn. He entered the saloon bar, sure of his welcome, since he had collected quite an audience of fans listening to his tales of exploring in Brazil, looking alligators in the eye and making them wilt, and tackling pumas with one hand in a sling. The barmaid was not the least of his admirers.
The home brew again, please, Myrtle.
Certainly, Major Blank. But you missed the other gentleman. He's just gone. He was telling me that he'd just come from Brazil.
Really?
Yeah. He said he'd like to meet you. Oh, there you are.
Thanks. Can't have been young Mr. William Bostock, can it?
No, we know Mr. William. It was a tall, bronze gentleman.
Oh, one of the boys, eh? Oh, what a shame. It would have been delightful to have got together and swapped yarns.
Oh, why, here he is. Well, this is the gentleman I was speaking of, Major Plank. This is a gentleman you ought to meet, sir. Well, perhaps you know him already, being from Brazil. Major Plank, the great explorer.
Come here a minute, will you?
Oh, that's me. Excuse me, sirs. Tell him about the puma, Major Plank.
What? Oh, yeah.
Did I hear her call you Major Plank?
That's right, Major Plank.
And you're Major Brabazon Plank, the explorer?
I am.
Well, there's a remarkable thing. So am I.
Uncle Dynamite starred Richard Briers as Uncle Fred and Hugh Grant as Pongo, with Simon Treves as Bill Oakeshott, Susie Brown as Sally, Josephine Tewson as Lady Bostock, and Teresa Gallagher as Elsie Bean. Mary Chater was Hermione Bostock, Toby Longworth, Otis Baines, and Donald Hewlett, Major Brabazon Plank. The narrator was Paul Eddington. Uncle Dynamite was written by P.G. Wodehouse and adapted for radio by Richard Osborne. The producer was Gareth Edwards. Uncle Dynamite by P.G. Wodehouse, adapted for radio in 6 parts by Richard Osborne and starring Richard Briers as Uncle Fred, with narration by Paul Eddington. Episode 6, The Old School Tie.
Lord Ickenham, in his determination to spread sweetness and light, has agreed to be judge at the Bonnie Babies competition at the forthcoming village fete. He's claiming to be Major Brabazon Plank, a headline hero and explorer just back from the jungles of Brazil. However, enjoying a quiet mug of ale in the bar of the Bull's Head Inn at Ashenden Oakeshott, he encounters the real Major Brabazon Plank. The imposter Earl faces his namesake without a tremor.
Well, I've been calling myself Brabazon Plank, and now you pop up, the real Brabazon Plank. You owe me 2 bob.
2 bob?
2 bob.
Are you crazy?
It's a point on which opinions differ. Some say yes, I maintain no. 2 bob. It is useless for you to pretend that you do not owe me that sum, Bimbo. You took it off me 46 years ago as we were crossing the cricket field one lovely summer evening. Barmy, you said, would you like to lend me 2 bob? And I said, no, Bimbo, but I suppose I'll have to.
Bimbo? Barmy? Cricket field? God, you're Barmy Twistleton.
Ah, so I was in those days, but I've come on a lot since then, Bimbo. You see before you Frederick Altamont Cornwallis, 5th Earl of Ickenham, and one of the hottest earls who ever donned a coronet.
Good Lord!
Quite. The boy you knew as a wretched mere on is now a peer of the realm, looked up to like the Diggins by one and all. Just mention to anyone that you know Lord Ickenham, and they'll fawn on you and stand you lunch.
Barmy Twistleton, well, I'm damned. I wouldn't have recognised you.
Just what Muggsy Bostock said when we met. You remember him, Muggsy Bostock?
Yeah, I'm afraid I do.
Did you know he lived in these parts?
I knew his nephew, Bill Oakeshott, lived here. I motored down to see him. He was with me in Brazil.
You aren't on your way to Ashenden Manor?
Yes.
Turn round and go back, Bimbo. You must not visit Ashenden Manor.
Why not?
Because I am already in residence there under your name. It would confuse Muggsy dreadfully if he were confronted with a couple of us.
You're staying in Muggsy's house under my name?
Yes. Well, to be accurate, I'm staying in Bill Oakeshott's house as Bill's guest. Muggsy, he tells me, settled into the house unasked with wife and daughter when Bill's father died, and he's got stuck into the woodwork.
Typical.
Quite. Not at all to Bill's taste. And I am staying there with Bill under the name of Brabazon Plank.
So Muggsy thinks you're me?
Precisely.
But why? Why are you staying with Muggsy under my name?
It's a long story, Bimbo, and will bring tears of boredom to your eyes. Why not take it for the moment that your old crony wouldn't be doing this without a motive, and that the motive is a good one?
Whatever your motive is, I don't like it. So you better get back to Muggsy's and start packing.
What?
When I've had another tankard of this most excellent beer, I'm coming up there to expose you.
Expose me? Your old friend? A fellow you used to throw ink darts at, and you still owe me 2 bob.
Listen, I shall start exposing you at 4 o'clock sharp. That gives you 23 minutes start. You better look slippy.
You're a hard man, Bimbo, but there can be no question of your exposing me. You see, I know your secret.
What? What secret?
You are a man with an Achilles heel, a fatal chink in your armour. Bill Oakshott has told me about it. You suffer from a strongly marked baby phobia. If anybody points a baby at you, you run like a rabbit. So, if you betray my little secret to Muggsy, you will immediately find yourself plunged into a sea of babies.
Babies? Oh, no.
Oh, yes. A fete is taking place shortly in this village, and there will be a contest of bonny babies. In my capacity as Major Brabazon-Plank, intrepid explorer of Brazilian jungles, I have undertaken to act as judge.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you begin to see the hideous peril confronting you. Eliminate me, and you automatically take my place.
For goodness sake, why?
Because, my dear Bimbo, some variety of Brabazon-Plank has got to judge the bonny babies. The posters say so. The village mothers are agog. And if you imagine that Muggsy, a determined man, will let you slip away, you're living in a fool's paradise. You haven't a hope, Bimbo, you be for it.
Why don't they get the curate to do it? I mean, curates are trained for this sort of thing at theological college. It's what curates are for.
The curate's got measles.
Oh, silly ass.
Not a nice thing to say of a man who is lying on a bed of pain with pink spots all over him. Well, my dear Bimbo, it's been delightful running into you again. I wish I could stay and chat, but I must be pushing along. Look me up sometime at Ickenham Hall. It's quite near here. And if you can raise it by then, bring the 2 bob with you.
Oh, well, I'm damned. Balmy Twistleton. He's as balmy as ever.
Walking back towards the manor, Lord Ickenham found Hermione Bostock sitting in her car, drawn up under a tree in the shade. She had deposited Otis Baines to wait at the inn, and was making notes for her next novel. Lord Ickenham recognised her from her photograph.
Ah, Miss Bostock, I believe. My name is Brabazon-Plank. I am a guest here at your father's house. Bill Oakshott's house, I mean. I am Bill's guest.
How do you know who I am?
I've had the honour of studying a photograph of you.
Oh, yes. The one in the Tatler.
No, not that one. The one which your cousin Bill Oakshott carries always next to his heart.
I didn't know Bill did that.
Well, as you know, I was leader of the expedition up the Amazon of which Bill was so prominent a member, and every time he got a touch of fever, he would pull your photograph out and kiss it, murmuring in a faint voice, "I love her, I love her, I love her."
What?
Very touching, I thought, and so did all the rest of the personnel. It made us feel finer, better men.
It's kind of you to tell me this, Major, but I am engaged.
When he marries you, Bill will be getting a prize, and so, my dear, will you. Bill will make you a fine husband. A man who can prop open the jaws of an alligator with a stick and then, avoiding its lashing tail, dispatch it with a meat axe, is a man who can be trusted to help sack the cook. Nobody will rejoice more heartily than I when the bells ring out of the little village church and you come tripping down the aisle on Bill's sinewy arm.
But I'm not even engaged to Bill.
Nonsense. You must be. How about that I love you, I love you, I love you stuff?
I am engaged to someone else. If you're staying at the manor, you will have met him.
What? Not that pinhead Twistleton.
His name is Reginald Twistleton. I'm sorry you consider him a pinhead.
My dear girl, it isn't only I that consider him a pinhead. Everybody does. You mustn't dream of marrying Reginald Twistleton. Even if you didn't have Bill Oakshott on your waiting list, it would be madness. How could you be happy with a husband who is always getting arrested for brawling at dog tracks?
What?
Incessantly, you might say. And giving a false name and address.
You're talking nonsense.
My dear, these are well-documented facts. If you don't believe me, creep up behind young Twistleton and shout, "Yoo-hoo, Edwin Smith of 11 Assertion Road, East Dulwich," in his ear and watch him jump. That's the false name he gave to the magistrate.
What?
Of course, Twistleton had been intoxicated on that occasion. In fact, he has since become a dipsomaniac. Hasn't your father told you?
But Reginald is a teetotaler.
When your eye is on him, perhaps. At other times, he shifts the stuff like a vacuum cleaner. You should have been here last night. He stole down to the whiskey decanter when everybody else was in bed and threw an orgy.
Go on.
Of course, this Twistleton may simply be off his head. I don't know if you know anything of his family, but he has told me that he is a nephew of Lord Ickenham, a fact surely that makes one purse the lips dubiously. Do you know Lord Ickenham?
Only by reputation.
And what a reputation! There's a strong body of opinion that holds that he ought to have been certified years ago. I understand that he is always getting offers from Coney Hatch and similar loony bins. And when I first met his nephew, this young man Twistleton, I myself received the strong impression that he was within a short jump of the bin himself.
I shall have a talk with Reginald.
I felt an unseen hand pushing me bodily into the aforesaid pond, whereupon...
Hello? Hello?
Hello, yes, this is the Hampshire Health Authority here.
Who do you say you are? Hold on a minute.
Whereupon...
No, Potter, not now. That's final.
Father!
Hermione, glad to see you back. I've got someone on the phone. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, who?
The Hampshire Health Authority.
Father, do you know where Reginald is?
Hold on, please. No, I don't. Why?
Hello.
Hold on, please.
I wish to break our engagement.
Hello.
Hello. Who is that?
It's the Hampshire Health...
What?
Hampshire Health Authority.
The Hampshire Health Authority?
Yes.
Oh, so your mother has told you about Reginald, has she?
Reginald?
You're doing the right thing, my dear.
I know.
Speak up.
I have to tell you about the fete that you are organising next week at Ashenden Oakshott.
Sir Elmer...
Yes. Speak up, please.
Thank you, sir. I was standing...
No, not you, Potter. Go away.
But I've...
Go.
You have a Bonnie Baby show advertised.
Yes, for the best and bonniest baby in the village, under 18 months. Each with his mother, a great attraction.
I have to ask you to cancel it and to announce that it has been cancelled by order of the Hampshire Health Authority.
What? Who are you? Who are you to tell me to cancel anything? Go away, Potter, and get into some dry clothes, Flowsy.
This is the Hampshire Health Authority. I'm speaking from the council offices in Winchester, sir. What I am saying will be confirmed by a letter which we have just posted.
What?
Since we
What?
learned,
Oh,
that there
speak
is
up,
measles,
damn you.
There is measles in Ashenden Oakshott, and we have to forbid all assemblies of children.
Uh-huh.
The choir, the scouts, the brownies, the guides, the infants' Bible class, so on, for the next 21 days, unless there are no more cases of measles reported. Should I repeat that?
No. I've got the message. You still here, Potter?
Yes, sir.
I said get out.
What?
No, not you. The, what was it, Hampshire Health Authority? No. I was speaking to a local policeman who seems to have gone swimming with his uniform on.
But I'm sure somebody pushed me in, sir.
Into what?
The pond, sir.
No. Sure you dreamed it. No, run along and get into a dry uniform. Run along!
But I know it was a lady, sir. A lady wearing a red coat, sir. And I saw...
Potter, you heard what I said.
I saw a lady in a red coat just now in an open window of a room in this house, sir. A room with a balcony.
Potter!
So I snuck round the house and found a ladder, and I crope up to the balcony to confront and identify the miscreant.
Potter, if you don't get out now, and you're dripping water onto the carpet.
And Edwin Smith was there, the lady in red. Edwin Smith of East Dulwich, sir. And he saw me climbing up onto the balcony and bopped me in the eye as I put my leg over. And it's going to be a shiner, all right. Pushed into a pond by a lady and then bopped in the eye by a gentleman from East Dulwich, sir. Masquerading as Mr. Twistleton and in your own house.
Potter!
Hello?
If you're not out of my house...
Yes, the lady in a red coat had been Sally, and the man who bopped Potter in the eye and made him fall off the ladder was Pongo Twistleton. Now P.C. Potter has gone home at last. Sir Aylmer and his nephew Bill Oakshott are eating cucumber sandwiches, muffins and strawberries in the drawing-room.
Well, Bill, that lets you off judging the bonny babies. Your friend, Brabazon Plank, too. So I shall find some other way to pay you back for dodging out of that reception at the railway station.
I'd have been no good at bonny babies anyway.
I wouldn't. Where's Hermione? Can't take her that long to give Twistleton his marching orders. That man's a dipsomaniac and an imposter. Thank God I shall not have to pass the evening of my life with him as a son-in-law.
Uncle Aylmer, did I hear you say that Hermione had broken off her engagement to Pongo Twistleton?
That's what I said. Why don't you listen?
But, Uncle Aylmer, that's wonderful news. Now there may be a chance with Hermione for me.
What do you mean, chance? What sort of chance?
Well, to ask her to marry me.
Marry you? Oh, God, no. She told me she looks on you as
I know, as a brother.
No, not a brother. A sheep.
Sheep?
A poor, spineless sheep who can't say boo to a goose. She told me so herself.
Hello, Bill.
Hello? Where did you come from? Uncle Aylmer, this is Major Brabazon Plank.
Who the hell are you?
Well, who the hell are you? I'm looking for Muggsy Bostock.
I am Sir Aylmer Bostock.
Oh, don't be an ass. Muggsy Bostock is younger than me, and you look like a good 150. Have you seen your Uncle Muggsy anywhere, Bill?
This is my uncle.
Really? It's that ghastly white moustache that fooled me. Well, nice to see you again, Muggsy, and all that. But I came here on business. Plank's my name.
Your Plank?
Brabazon Plank. You may remember me at school. I've just discovered that raving lunatic, Barmy Twistleton, Lord Ickenham he calls himself now, God knows why, has been passing himself off as me under your roof, and it's got to stop.
What? I see. So, Bill, you thought that imposter would let you off the bonny babies?
Very sensible of you, Bill, to get out of it. The bonny babies judging. Barmy told me about it. Dangerous things, bonny babies contests.
Yes.
I can show you a wound in my calf. Here, look. In Peru it was. A disappointed mother in a bowler hat got after me with a dagger when I didn't give her repulsive child first prize. I'll never judge bonny babies again.
Well, you'll be glad to know that the Bonnie Babies contest scheduled for the Ashington Oakshott fete has been cancelled.
Thank God.
Danger of measles if children congregate.
Shut up, William.
What?
By the way, Plank, you may be interested to know that it was this nephew of mine, William, who sneaked Barmy Twistleton into my house under your name.
Now, look.
What do you mean by introducing impostors into my house, eh? You infernal young scallywag?
That's enough, Uncle Aylmer. After 15 years, that's enough.
Huh?
My house, you say? Of all the crust. It's about time, Uncle Aylmer, that we got this thing cleared up about who this ruddy house belongs to.
Yes, let's. Whose house is it?
You keep out of this.
The house is mine.
What?
Then where does Muggsy come in?
He planted himself here and hasn't budged. My father died when I was 16, a mere kid, and this uncle of mine barged over from Cheltenham and got into the woodwork.
This is preposterous.
So why didn't you boot him out?
I hadn't the heart, but I have now, by God. I've had enough of this being a... what's the word?
Fathead?
Cipher in the house. You can jolly well clear out, Uncle Aylmer. You understand me? Buzz off and take your collection of curios with you. Back to Cheltenham or Bexhill.
Or Bognor Regis.
Yes, or Bognor Regis. Anywhere you like. But you're not going to stay on here. Have I made myself clear?
But William...
Right. I'm going out to cool off. Oh, yes, and of course, we will be glad to see Aunt Emily any time she likes to visit. And by we, I mean your daughter, Hermione, and me. She's going to marry me. Haven't told her yet, but that's what's going to happen.
Nice chap, young Will. I say, extraordinarily good muffins, these, Muggsy. I'll have another. Strawberries very good, too.
Bill strode out beyond the terrace to where the drive curved towards the gate. His adrenaline was pumping. He felt fine. He had tasted blood and wanted more. He was in the frame of mind when he would have liked to meet Joe Lewis and pick a quarrel with him. Then he saw in front of him on the drive Sally Baines' brother, Otis Baines, the publisher. Hermione had just told him that her father would call off the lawsuit, and he had suddenly folded her into his arms and started to kiss her.
I say! Who's this? Well, that's enough of that.
Oh!
My spectacles!
Don't kill him, Bill. He's my publisher. He's doing my next 3 books and giving me 20%, rising to 25 over 3,000.
Oh, well, pick up your spectacles and stand aside. I shall be busy.
Why, Bill?
Hermione, I'm sorry, I've been too hasty. But I didn't like seeing this publisher embracing the girl,
Yes, Bill?
The girl, Oh, dash it, Hermione. Surely you've known that I've loved you for years. But I mean too much of a sheep.
Sheep?
Yes, damn it, a sheep, to tell you. Well, that's all finished with. Hermione? You will marry me, won't you, Hermione? Darling Hermione?
Oh, yes, Bill. Darling Bill.
That's clearly understood, is it?
Yes, Bill.
No more fooling about with these Pongos and whatnot?
No, Bill.
Right. And now you. So, you're going to publish her books, are you?
Yes, all of them. As soon as possible.
Giving her 20%, rising to 25 above 3,000?
Oh, yes.
Why not a straight 25?
Yes. I was going to suggest it.
20% is enough for the next 3. After that, I'll look around for better offers.
Fine. Well, come along in, both of you, and have some tea.
Oh, I can't, darling. I must be getting back to London. Mother's been waiting for me in the flat since 1 o'clock.
Oh, London, yes.
Oh, can I give you a lift back, Mr. Baines?
Well,
Hop in, then. Goodbye, darling Bill. Tomorrow.
Fine.
Ah,
Uncle Fred, hello.
My dear chap, congratulations. I got word from your Hermione. She was hurrying back to London with a chap with side whiskers.
Ah, that was Otis Baines.
Sally's brother? Awful chap. I didn't recognise him.
He's a publisher now. She got her father to call off that lawsuit.
Excellent. Well, I was saying, Hermione gave me the good news of your engagement. So the Ickenham method worked, did it? You clasped her to your bosom?
Of course I did. She seemed to like it.
And showered kisses on her upturned face?
Yes, and she liked that too.
Timid devotion gets you nowhere. Oh, by the way, you don't have a piece of raw steak on you, do you?
No, why?
Pongo's been throwing his weight about. Elsie Bean is looking for steak for Harold Potter's eye. He got it bopped.
Really? By Pongo?
Yeah, and what with a bop from Pongo and his earlier immersion in the duck pond from Sally, Potter has seen the light and is handing in his papers now to leave the police, buy that pub and marry Elsie. She seemed very happy about it.
Splendid.
Yeah, things are turning out rather well, aren't they? I'm on my way to the manor.
Well, I'll see you later. Oh, by the way, Uncle Fred, you know the real Brabazon Plank has turned up? The chap who led that expedition I went on to Brazil. He's with my uncle now.
I met him at the inn. We had a very interesting chat.
But the intrepid explorer, Major Brabazon Plank, had left Sir Aylmer's drawing room and was in the hall. Lord Ickenham changed course and went to the collection room. He'd not expected to see Sir Aylmer there, nor Sir Aylmer to see him. But there they met.
Oh, so it's you, is it? The imposter.
Ah, Muggsy, I understand you've met old Bimbo Plank. How do you think he looked? We thought you'd aged. Where's Sally?
Who?
Bimbo told me she and my nephew Pongo were in here with you.
You know that girl?
She's my honorary niece.
Oh, is she? Then it may interest you to know that I, as chairman of the magistrates round here, have just given her 30 days without the option. And your nephew the same.
What on earth for?
They'd set on Potter, the policeman. He's in the scullery, having his eye attended to. They will take those two off to the lockup.
A harsh sentence?
The only possible sentence. One of the most disgraceful cases that have ever come before me. She pushed Potter into the duck pond.
Well, what does a policeman expect if he deliberately goes and stands on the edge of duck ponds? Girls will be girls.
Not while I'm sitting on the bench, they won't.
But how about the quality of mercy, Muggsy? It isn't strange, you know. It droppeth as a gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath.
Damn the quality of mercy.
You better not let Shakespeare hear you say that.
Damn Shakespeare. And now we'll discuss this matter of your coming here under a false name.
Yes, I was hoping you'd be able to spare a minute for me to tell you about that. But before I begin, I would like to have a witness present.
What?
Bimbo? Ah. Oh, hello, Bimbo. Having another go at the strawberries in the drawing room, are you? Wise chap. Listen, I need you as a witness. I am going to tell Muggsy a story that will shock you both.
It isn't the one about the young man from Calcutta, is it? Because I've heard it.
Oh, yes. No. I meant that the tale will revolt your moral sense, rather than bring the blush of shame to the cheek of modesty. Shall I begin at the beginning?
Sounds a good idea.
Very well. There was an American girl called Vansittart who came to London and bought a number of trinkets in Bond Street, her plan being to take them back to America and wear them. All straight so far?
Quite.
What has this got to do with...
Muggsy, if you interrupt, I'll put you over that chair and give you 6 of the juiciest. I've no doubt Bimbo will be glad to hold you down.
Charmed. Quite like old times.
Good. Then I will resume. Where were we?
The American wench bought jewellery in Bond Street.
Yes, and her friend, Sally Baines, the sculptress, a sort of goddaughter of mine, incidentally, Sally had the pippin of an idea for La Vansittart to get her jewellery back into America without bothering the New York customs.
Girls are always better smugglers than men, you'll find.
Quite. Sally sculpted a clay bust and tucked the jewellery in a bag in the head of the bust, and when it was hardened, brought the bust to me at Ickenham to give to Miss Vansittart on her way down to Southampton to her boat.
I like the sound of this, Sally. Got brains. Go on.
Yes, but not enough brains. She couldn't keep it under her hat, silly girl. She was doing a bust of Muggsy here at the time, and to keep him awake, as he sat for her, she told him what she was going to do to help her friend Alice.
What on earth are you saying?
Oh, shut up, Muggsy. You say, Barmy, that Sally told Muggsy about it while the bus was still waiting at Ickenham?
Exactly, and this is what you're not going to believe, Bimbo. Muggsy came over to Ickenham on Visitors' Day, paid his half-crown for the tour of my ancestral pile — I always go to ground on Visitors' Day —
Well, of course.
And went off with the bust under his overcoat.
What? This is preposterous. I mean, preposterous.
Try that for an ex-governor, an old boy of a famous public school. Our school, Bimbo.
Yes.
Cloisters, chapel, fives courts, everything. 4 years of it. And Muggsy in our house, too.
Disgraceful.
But it's a string of lies, from beginning to end.
Honestly, Muggsy, I wouldn't bother to persist in this pretence of innocence. It would be manlier if you came clean and threw yourself on the mercy of the court.
Much manlier. Whiter altogether.
Quite. I told you I could prove my accusation, and I will now proceed to do so. You have a nice, large foot, Bimbo.
Yeah.
Oblige me by stepping over to that cupboard and kicking in the door.
Righto. Stand back.
Oh, what on earth do you think you're doing?
Look inside, Bimbo. You see a clay bust, Bimbo?
That's right. Bust. Clay. 1. In a string bag.
Bring it here.
How the devil did it get there?
Really, Muggsy. Good that, eh, Bimbo?
Very good.
Break the thing's head.
Bust the bust. Right here.
There. A chamois leather bag. And 1 bag spilling jewels onto table. There.
Good God. This must have been one of your best hauls, Muggsy, you old villain.
You were asking just now, Muggsy, why I had come here under a false name.
I certainly was.
It was because I hoped I could settle this business without a scandal. Knowing that you were shortly to stand for Parliament, Muggsy, and that a scandal would ruin your prospects, I took a charitable view that you had yielded to a sudden temptation. As far as I'm concerned, I'm now willing to let the thing drop. We all understand these irresistible temptations, eh, Bimbo?
Absolutely.
Then the whole wretched affair can now be forgotten. Of course, the monstrous sentence you have as chairman of magistrates just inflicted on my nephew Reginald and Sally Baines must be quashed. You agree to that, Muggsy?
What?
Do you agree to what I've been saying?
Yes, certainly.
I should jolly well think so. 30 days without the option for what was a mere girlish, or in Pongo's case, boyish escapade. It recalls the worst excesses of the Star Chamber. The trouble with you fellows who have been governors of Crown colonies is that you get so accustomed to dishing out orders that you lose all restraint.
But I don't understand.
That's settled then. Bimbo, let's go immediately and tell Constable Potter to strike the gyves from the young couple's wrists.
Oh.
You really must turn over a new leaf, Muggsy. It'll only need a little willpower. Don't you agree, Bimbo?
Oh, yes.
How did the poet Tennyson put it? I hold it truth with him who sings to one clear harp in diverse tones, that men may rise on stepping stones of their dead selves to higher things.
Precisely. You can't beat Tennyson. Well, bye, Barmy. Bye, Muggsy. I'll step along to the drawing room again. I think there were several strawberries left over, actually.
Well, Muggsy, it's been good running into you again. I shall watch your parliamentary career with interest. If you'd like me to come and speak at any of your rallies, just give me a ring. You'll find if you want to cause a real stir, it's hard to beat a first-class Earl with all the trimmings.
Uncle Dynamite starred Richard Briers as Uncle Fred, with Simon Treves as Bill Oakeshott, Charles Gray as Sir Aylmer, and Mary Chater as Hermione Bostock. Chris Emmett was Policeman Potter, Toby Longworth, Otis Baines, and Donald Hewlett, Major Brabazon Plank. The narrator was Paul Eddington. Uncle Dynamite was written by P.G. Wodehouse and adapted for radio by Richard Osborne. The producer was Gareth Edwards.